How are we doing tonight? I hope you enjoyed our music selection tonight. Absolutely amazing. I only picked the best. The best of music for our streams, okay? As you know. Yeah, Ace, I bet you regret showing that to me right before I started streaming. And don't worry, I've sent it to Foul G. So, I think we all know why we're here. The Lion Man himself, Lio Convoy, released his own video talking about ILoveKimpossibleAlot. Now, as some of you may remember, Lio Convoy was one of the people who was basically, how do I word this? Helping KP back when all of this first started, right? In regards to, like, you know, giving them advice and stuff, and his advice was obviously that KP should go to the police, fill out a police report, and help Emmy that way, and support her behind the scenes, right? As we now know in modern day, KP did not do that. Also, thank you very much A-Space for the $10 US. Why? Because it's amazing. Because you can sing absolutely amazingly, and I can't, so I need to use other people's talents where need be. You're one of my willing volunteers. Just like how KP has so many willing volunteers. Oh, God. This is a very late stream for me. It's about 3 AM, about hit 4 AM, but I saw this when it was premiering, and to be honest with you, I hope this is the last thing we see of KP, okay? We've done what? How many streams on ILoveKimpossibleAlot? At least, like, 4? Now 5, I think. So, yeah. And I mean, to be fair, what else is going on in the, what else is going on in the ACC space, right? Aside from, some videos that I'll be putting out. They'll be coming very, very soon when I finish those. So, just to tease that a little bit, right? The next video that I release will be... It's looking to be over an hour. So, the artists are going to eat well. It's going to be a little bit different from how I normally make content, I guess. If that makes sense. In the way that I kind of wanted to, like, structure it more like a... I don't know. I guess I was kind of inspired by, like, how Toastafly makes his videos, if that makes sense, but we'll get there when we get there. I have stalled long enough. I think it's about time we get into the KP tent, okay? So, let's see. Once I stop sending you random cats and photos, yeah. No, you will not stop sending me random photos of cats, Ivy. It is the highlight of my streams when you send me cats. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, we have got subtitles. So, I'm going to play this at normal speed for a bit, but if it gets too much, I will, you know, speed it up a bit. So, let's go.
Alright, like always, look at the screen, and if it upsets you that this is being pointed to, I promise you'll be okay. Now, I'd like to think I wouldn't have to recap here, but I will on the off chance that someone stumbles into this. At the end of April of this year, YouTuber ILoveKimpossibleAlot released a video with the stated intent to expose DA Games and SaberSpark. Now, if this was just a bad video focusing on DA Games, taking another shot after criticism wouldn't have been the worst of ideas. Everyone makes a bad video eventually, and it's clear KP needed to check her tone and approach on matters like this. Humor is a valid coping mechanism, but there is a time and place for these things. The bigger issue is that KP included a claim towards SaberSpark of a very specific nature. One that's non-consensual, to be clear. The irritation here is that when she was told...
Oh, thank you very much, Venkman, for becoming a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I have access to some lovely, lovely emotes. Thank you very much.
About the accusation, unbeknownst to me, made by YouTuber Emu Emmy, she came to me directly and asked what I thought, and I made my value and direction on that very clear. You don't forward any of this without bare minimum informing law enforcement and filing a report,
Right.
regardless of the age of the accusation.
Then that needs to be handled by the cops. Like, period. Like, 100% period. That needs a police report filed today. Here's the problem, though, with that inherently.
I like the ominous music.
If that did happen, and Saber did do that, he will by nature know who it is. So if it gets out in any way, shape, or form...
Yeah, no, this is one of, like, the things, like, this has always been a point of critique. Like, if Saber did it, he would know. Like, again, I think I said this last stream. If Saber did rape, right, or S-A-M-E, they would know, right? Also, oh my god, we're doing this again. But again, thank you very much, A-Space, for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome stuff. I swear to God, I swear your goal is to try and get my entire chat green. But I'm not complaining.
...form, and a police report hasn't been filed, she's going to be at risk. Like, that's just the truth of the matter in this. And it's unpleasant, it's ugly, but that's the truth.
Now, I've seen some drooling idiots, the same that think I was involved in KP's video, to be clear, state that Emu Emmy should have gone to RAIN. If it was due to wanting victim support, absolutely. They're a victim advocate organization, but they're not law enforcement, and claims of this nature must be reported to law enforcement before anything else. That's the standard. I encourage victims to seek proper help when needed, but the only real chance any of us would have for justice in this world would go to the judicial system. Anyways,
Right.
This caused an absolute maelstrom of hate to be thrown at KP. To be clear, criticism is justified. She made a serious accusation of a nature like this without actual evidence. That's condemnable. Full stop. After her initial video drop, she came to me asking what she should do. At the time, I hadn't seen the video, but I had heard she included the accusation I told her not to, and I obviously wasn't happy. Regardless though, I told her if the responses were stressing her out, to private the video. So she did. That's when video responses and the like had come out. And so, a person in my circles came around asking questions. That being Beckett of Cope and Seethe.
Oh.
I got KP in contact with him
Cuba
because despite
crap.
being a drama channel, Beckett will give people a fair shake and leeway where others wouldn't. There's other details that happened after this, but the culmination was the video Beckett made on the situation. Obviously, KP wasn't happy. She's clearly used to being in control of things and was under the impression that this video would validate her. I'm honestly not sure how, as Beckett was very clear he was going to be critical of her.
Right.
She asked me if she should respond to anything, would be understood.
Like, here's the thing, right, with that. I always wondered this, because I don't understand how she thought that Beckett wasn't going to critique it. Like, the way KP has acted around, like, Beckett in this situation is exceedingly weird. And what I mean by this, it's where, what was it? That was it. Well, the call with Barbie, they were saying how, like, oh, Beckett is, like, pro-Saber. It's like, no, he wasn't. Like, that kind of just implies that, like, oh, he's best, like, bum buddies with, you know, Saber Spark, right? Like, before anything happened, and he had an inherent bias. It's bullshit, right? And that's a problem. But when he's critical against KP and what she did, you know, there's a problem there. It's just deranged. Absolutely deranged.
Severe scrutiny and people would be bad faith about it. After some time had passed, I was ruminating on all that KP had done. I made it clear to her that she had screwed up, but I wasn't willing to throw away our friendship because of a screw-up. One could have argued that KP genuinely believed Emmy and pushed the accusations due to that. But as more time and data came out, that didn't seem to be the case. I hadn't spoken to KP for a while when she popped back up in my DMs and shared a link to the audio for her response. You know, the thing I told her not to do. It was listening to the audio of this response that sealed it for me that KP wasn't approaching this like a proper adult. While I didn't share the audio, someone else, Hidden Heroine, did, and now it's out there in the public. It was genuinely awful and focused more on her feelings than the wrong she's done, putting the onus on the audience and blaming misogyny. Since KP had turned away my suggestions twice, I decided not to give her a complete feedback on any of this. Mostly because if she was going to screw up again, I was just going to let her since she was clearly not willing to listen to counsel.
Based. Naturally so based. I mean, like, you can only give someone so many chances, right? Like we've had to do it, all had to do it in the past, right? You can only advise someone so many times, and if they keep on doing it, right, then what are you meant to do, right? They're just gonna burn on their own. Like, you can still, like, support them privately behind the scenes, but, you know, there's only so much you can do in terms of, like, someone preventing someone's public actions, right? Even if they are your friend.
The other, much smaller reason was because I didn't want to be put in the position of Lio said this was fine like others have tried to put me in to use me as a shield. She wound up sending another draft of audio, but it wasn't much better. The day arrived where she put out the response. While not as bad as her drafts, it was still putting the focus on her feelings and providing no apologies towards Saberspark. I will note, though, that a bit before this, my staff member, Hidden Heroine, contacted KP offering to help with some things. To clarify, Hidden didn't regularly track the KP stuff like the rest of us did, so she didn't have full detail. So KP's response hits, and then she has a call with KP, where KP just outright lied on some things. This pushed Hidden to release the call after being sent other things from KP. KP wasn't happy about this, obviously, and came to me to complain about it. I set a day and time for the call to happen, and added her and Hidden to a group chat. Because if KP wanted answers, I wasn't about to answer for another person. KP instead left the group chat angrily because she had been actively monitoring Hidden's comment section, or had someone watch it for her, and discovered Hidden was talking about releasing something else, assuming it would be the call. Here's the back and forth we had after that, with KP's part being read out by the Lord of the Corn, Bifame. I guess it's just you and me then. Let me know when ready.
Dude, we were supposed to lack of trust with you when you bring in the person that is the one of the reasons I need to speak to you about.
You may need...
What? Dude, we're supposed to lack of trust with you. Bringing the person that is the one of the reasons I need to speak to you about it. Huh? Like, I know I stumble on words sometimes on stream, right? We all know this. We all know the, I'm not doing it again. The perpetually incident, right? But holy fuck. Also, K-Huck, is the chili good? Was the chili good? I need to know.
To redo that sentence. It doesn't really make sense.
Hidden leaked the call and is laughing about how stupid I am, and you bring her in to talk to me?
Because you are stupid.
You recommended me to talk to her in the first place, and that reflects on both of you.
I didn't tell you to talk to Hidden. I'm ready when you are.
Let me look into that. Hold on. I have closed the DMs with her, so I can look into that later, but I'm open to being incorrect about it. Still, memory serves that you recommended her, and how much you trusted her. She's your head mod, right? Like, you can't tell me she didn't plan to leak the call with the three of us. It seems like it was likely. Correct me if I'm wrong.
She is not my head mod. Let me know when you can call. I literally told you I can't answer for her.
At this point, I feel more comfortable as a text convo. Does she have any authority in your server? Because I do not remember meeting her under circumstances unrelated to you.
What has the server got to do with anything? What? Like, I'm sorry to tell this, KP, right? But, like, I don't know if she came under the assumption that, like, because Hidden was associated with Lio, that Hidden's gonna just suddenly sweep. Right? Like, that's not the kind of person Hidden is. God. Where's my monster? This is bad news. There it is. I don't know what she expected to happen. Genuinely.
I'm not doing text, KP. I don't have the time for that. You wanted to talk? I'm granting you that. Trying to get granular about Hidden's position in my server isn't relative to that, especially since I didn't send her to you.
But you still brought someone who was actively leaking calls into a conversation. You still decided to include her. If you didn't want me to mention Hidden, then IDK why you thought we were going to have a three-way call when she was literally bragging about how stupid I am live for trusting her. You didn't even ask me.
I literally told you why I added her.
I understand that, but I wanted to talk to you, not Hidden.
I'm not going to answer for another person. I refuse to.
That's fine. You don't have to.
And I'm the only one here, so let's do that. I won't be adding anyone else.
Are you planning on recording?
Do I need to?
I'm sorry, but how are you gonna run from Hidden? Right? Hidden's great, right? But they're also one of the easiest people to speak to. It's also so pathetic, right? Because I wouldn't be surprised if KP at this point was thinking about copyright striking as it was. Or was already, putting in the motion to copyright during this conversation. Again, this is speculation, right? But I genuinely wouldn't be surprised, because I don't think it was that long after the video was out that the video got struck. And obviously it takes a little while for that stuff to get reviewed, if that makes sense, right? So I genuinely wouldn't be surprised.
Just asking and clarifying.
I can't text all night, KP.
At this point, I feel more comfortable with texting. I'm sure you can understand that. If you are unavailable tonight, that's fine. We can talk some other time.
KP, this was set up and scheduled. This is actually just ridiculous. I'm not doing text. I have other responsibilities and cannot spend more time than I already have texting you. You go on about wanting to be treated as an equal, this is it.
You never specified ever that it only had to be a call. If you have other responsibilities, I understand. Have a good night.
I did, actually. I'll be able to call tomorrow at 6 p.m. CST. Stop trying to word lawyer this, KP. It's unbecoming.
Like, fuck me, man. Well, also, what did you think was gonna happen, right? Like, schedule a time to text. Like, you can just text any time. It's pathetic. It's genuinely pathetic. Like, it just sounds like she's just trying to run from any sort of conversation with Lio here, or is getting cold feet. Especially if Hidden would have been there. You know? Someone that we know she had the intent of striking. Like, I genuinely think at this point she had she had submitted the strike on Hidden. Like, you know, I generally wouldn't be surprised. That's just what I'm thinking right now. Because everything seems to fall in a place where that's you know, the case. But again, it feels like such a nothing point. But again, it just kind of shows the shady, like, behavior going on here, at least for me.
Right. That was something you said. That's not something that was mutually agreed upon. You also didn't specify you couldn't text. Anyway, you've made your time concerns known, and I don't think we can see eye to eye about this. So I'll just save us the trouble and disengage.
I'm going to be very blunt here, KP. Your constant choice of running from literally every difficult situation is going to do nothing but bite you in the butt. Things will not always be on your terms, especially not in the working world. This entire debacle happened because you refused to listen to me. And now, you're trying to blame me for the actions of others. I've heard the call. You either need to eat some gravel and harden up, or figure out how you're going to survive if you're not catered to every step of the way.
Best.
You will, unironically, be extremely lucky if Saber doesn't push litigation on you, because you've absolutely given him the opening to do so. A few days passed, and KP asked for another call. One with me.
Lio,
listen, I genuinely would be so excited to see the Cabal class action lawsuit against KP. You know, we have all the people who have been struck down by KP unlawfully, and then we have Cyberspark at the front. This is just awful. Does she not realize texting is just as bad as a recorded call, like it's written evidence? Yeah. Yeah, it's true, Starbird. Like... I don't know, most people who are like, I don't feel comfortable doing a call right now, and don't state the reason, it's because they're running. Like, I can understand if it's a change of scheduling, but they clearly still want to talk to Lio. For what money? I know, I feel like be a bit silly. And KP would have to... I mean, come on. KP would have to pay it off eventually. God. Also, hi, Glitchy Bits. Make more art. Make more art. I like your art. I like all of your arts. Artists. Draw. Pss, 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 pss. God.
I understand that emotions were high the other day, and that a lot of people are acting out of stress right now, but a call with Hidden wasn't something we explicitly discussed or agreed upon. I didn't understand at the time that that was your plan. I assumed you would talk to her privately, without me involved. That's a big part of why this situation has been so upsetting for me.
Well, what would be the point? What, like, Lio's not going to scold Hidden. What's... I mean, from my understanding, Lio doesn't have a problem with what Hidden did. Like, I don't understand. Like, why would he need to speak to him? It's like, Lio, Hidden's being mean to me online. This grown-ass woman is being mean to me. And you, as a grown-ass man, need to defend my honor, even though everything I've done to this point is because I didn't listen to your advice. It's like, dude, what the fuck? You just fix your sleep schedule? Yeah, looks at my timer. Don't worry about mine.
I can't explain or control someone else's actions, and I don't blame you for her choices or anyone else's behavior. I would imagine you feel regret connecting me to Beckett based on how ugly this is getting. I understand this was—
Dude, don't try and shift. You're literally shifting the blame onto Lio again. Like, this may sound like sweep rape, but again, it's so pathetic. She keeps on doing this. It's never her fault, right? It's always like, oh, I bet you feel bad now, don't you, for connecting me with Beckett. It's like, what other choices would he have, right? Like, I'm not sure who else would have covered it. I'm actually trying to think. Like, you would still get the same type of, like, you know, response. Christ.
an attempt to help that is gone a different way than intended, and I appreciate that. But I also need to recognize how they've affected me. As far as talking to her, I do remember you mentioning on a call that she was someone you trusted deeply as a friend. I could be wrong, but if I'm right, then it's worth asking. How would I remember that information unless it came from you? That's why this whole situation has shaken me so much. You have been a good friend to me, and I want to acknowledge that. But the truth is, I've been heavily spooked.
You know, people keep saying I'm the dad of the ACC, but that doesn't mean I'm going to step in and stop every fight. Freaking goofy. Yeah, true. No, I'm glad that you've kind of, like, stepped away from that to an extent, right? At least, you know, in the compared to what it was previously, you know. Also, we've got 67 viewers. Like the stream, guys. Subscribe. You know? Be pretty cool. Make me very happy. Make me all feel all warm and fuzzy.
By people I once trusted leaking personal, private, sensitive information. Riddle leaking information indirectly has been deeply traumatic. I'm exhausted. I need to draw a boundary here. Not to punish anyone, but to protect myself. I am willing to re-engage.
Wait, but from my understanding, KP also leaked information regarding Riddle. Like, once you do that, it's kind of like I lose a little bit of sympathy for you in that regard. Like, I'm not even entirely sure what Riddle leaked, aside from no, it wasn't even Riddle who leaked the safety report. That was handed to me by like an old Senate nod by Norden. Hex. No. No. We'll talk about this later.
And clarify details with you, but it needs to be in a way I feel comfortable and at a later time when things are less volatile. I still value our friendship and hope that hasn't been lost in all of this, but right now I need to be careful with my own limits, especially since I have a strong reason to believe that a call might have been recorded. That possibility is deeply upsetting, and I need to prioritize my safety and peace of mind above all else.
I see. The person you're remembering me referring to wasn't hidden. It was Peaches. And that was 2 years ago.
Oh. I'm so sorry, Hidden. I'm so sorry. Can get some F's in the chat for Hidden for being compared to Hopeless Peaches. I feel so sorry for Hidden right now. How the fuck do you... I don't understand how you managed to make that mistake. Like... Has KP, like, been under a rock? Like, with everything that's been surrounding, like, Lio and ACC in regards to Hopeless Peaches? Like, how? I get yelled at by Peaches after that, by the way. Lol. Christ.
Apologies, time is a bit wonky these days. Also, you did tell me so. And these are pre-censored, but if you need this... I'm kind of feeling okay, so do you have time to talk tonight?
I'll have time at 8 p.m. CST.
Okay, if I get sleepy, I'll let you know. Sorry for my reaction. Hidden just triggered the shit out of me, too.
Hidden triggered you? Really? Okay. What, because you lied to them in a call? What are you on about? You lied. Like, also the Q&A wasn't their actually. Here we go. The Q&A, right? It wasn't KP's right to strike. That was AI generated. That was an assortment of a bunch of words spit out by a robot. KP doesn't have a right to in my eyes, had no right to strike the Q&A. That's entirely like AI generated. Aside from a few of the public information that we already knew. Like everything in the Q&A was public already, aside from like the laws which, you know, the chatbot spat out. Like Christ. Oh.
I'm here, just note that my energy levels are a bit low, and this week I feel like I've been run over by the magic school bus, especially chest.
All right.
Not Miss Frizzles. Going down the main street.
One moment. Ready.
Alright, go ahead.
I want to state very clearly, I don't tend to record calls with friends, but it was pretty clear to me that KP was scrambling to find anybody to be a scapegoat here, and I wasn't completely unaware about how she was speaking about me in these other private calls that got released. So I felt it right to record this for my own safety so I don't get thrown under the bus like she's done to other people.
The magic school bus.
So here's that call.
Hello, Rachel. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Lio bad.
Right. So, what is it you specifically wanted to discuss?
I don't know, honestly. I guess, there's nothing really we can do, or nothing I can really do as far as how crazy it's been getting. But, like, can you give me some more background about your relationship with Beckett? Because, like, he's been interviewing like everyone that I've ever briefed near, and he interviewed my friend and told her said some upsetting things, not upsetting, but like unsettling things to her.
What's that got to do with anything? What, Lio's relationship with Beckett? What, does she think that Lio was trying to set her up? That's the implication that I'm gathering from this. That, you know, she thinks that Lio was trying to set Beckett up, or set KP up, like, for Beckett. Right? Dude, okay.
Why did he talk to? Do you know why accepted that?
Because she wanted to try to help me from a PR standpoint. She asked me, and she told me about it. I said, if you want to. Okay. And basically, from what she described, she's trustworthy. I don't have any reason to doubt her. He basically tried to be really nice and get information out of her, and she wouldn't budge. And then she said after 15 minutes, he kind of dropped the act and talked about how much money he was making off this, that he doesn't care about anyone, that he thinks I'm acting vindictively because if he were me, that's how he would be acting, so therefore I am acting vindictively.
What? Huh? What the fuck are you on about? Like, who is this? I know obviously they're not going to be made publicly, right? But one, was it Beckett who seeked them out, or did they go to Beckett? 2, is this person even real? And 3, can I get a fucking source? Because genuinely, I can't trust anything that KP says anymore, especially at this point. Right? If something comes out that proves that what's going on here is true, fair enough. I will retract what I have said during this specific part here, right? But until then, I can't take her word for it. Genuinely. Like, it's such an implausible thing. But, like, genuinely, what the fuck is this? Oh, Christ.
Thinks people he's talking to are crazy, but is platforming them anyway.
Yes, the person is real. I know who it is. The call wasn't recorded. Yeah, no, that's fair. I was just curious. Yeah, no, that's fair, Lio. I don't know. It's just genuinely so hard to trust what KP is saying, given they've lied in the past. I just want to say for the record, I paid Lio $239 to the friend KP many years ago as part of a long-term plan to destroy her life. I did this because Rachel is secretly my half cousin. Well, at least we got that on the record now. Thank you, Beckett. I really appreciate that.
To make money. They talked about how he didn't understand the perfect victim myth, even though she tried to explain it. She said it kind of made her uncomfortable how hinged he was. And then not unhinged, but like he asked her if my PTSD was real.
Okay. Oh,
you know,
lovely voice crack.
He's been asking people a lot of personal questions. So I don't feel like I don't have any privacy at all. Which, you know, I know I can only control to a certain...
Okay, your PTSD is public. From my understanding, you've talked about that publicly. So, you know, like, again, Christ. It's so I could have her removed from grandfather's will and trust. She would never get the family emerald. I knew it. I knew it, actually. I read something about that in those logs, Beckett. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I've seen the DMs, Beckett. I know all about it. This is all a big scheme by the Cabal. And you thought you could get away with it. And KP saw right through you, buddy. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Extent, but there seems to be like... I don't know. I don't know the kid, but it just seems like it's very hyper-focused and kind of like, you know, he's trying to bait me on Twitter. I'm not really paying attention. You know, he had Barbie, you know, try to manipulate me. I guess I'm just tired of, like, I'm just venting at this point, but I'm just tired of being manipulated and
Oh no, because I do remember that, because Barbie is Beckett's cousin, third removed. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, I do remember that. It was all part of a scheme to get the family emerald. Oh, God. We're really in loop in the third territory right now. It's amazing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me take that in order. Number one, did produce to you a copy of their conversation?
No, she didn't record it.
Okay. Your friends need to get into a habit of learning how to do that, because what she said about Beckett does not track for him as a person from literally anything I know about him. I do not know... How long have you known?
A year.
Okay. I will tell you this.
Barbie gave KP good advice. Yeah, that's true. Again, like, the manipulation point, I don't understand it. Right. Like, I don't understand. I'm not too sure on Barbie's own personal reasons for releasing the call. But again, she did give her good advice during that call. I don't understand. Barbie and KP have a lot in common. They're both liars and neither of them can clean up after themselves. Yeah, no, I understand why you would say that, a liar. Given your own personal history with them. That's fair. But again, with this instance, Like, I don't think Barbie was actually trying to gay up them. At least it didn't come off to me that way. For me, there's no point really too much speculating on that point specifically. But again, the advice they were giving was fair and reasonable. But KP just can't go like, yeah, no, I'll take responsibility for that. Yeah, no, I understand your point, buddy. I've seen Barbie. Okay, I didn't need to. Is this the responsibility she needs to take, Lio? Fucking Christ. TMI.
Beckett did not send Barbie to you. Barbie did that of her own volition. Because that's
I got the feeling she wanted to play main.
Oh, she was. Fair enough. But even then, right? Even if she's gay hopping, it was the advice you said in the call was pretty fair. Barbara said she was thinking of maybe making a video at some point about Emmy being a monster, if I recall. Yeah, that would make sense if she was. Why she might be having that kind of call then. Okay. Okay. Christ, what a cursed stream already. Oh God. Cool stuff.
Character.
Well,
Yeah.
the point is, that's not Beckett's fault. That's not his doing. That's who Barbie is. And again, I'm not going to do too many of this concerning Barbie, but I did warn you about her. I warned you about her last year, and I warned you about her earlier this year.
No, you did warn me. I'm not debating that.
Okay. Now, I will say, calling him kid's probably not the best thing, because he is genuinely older than you. He's in his mid-30s, whereas I'm, like, in my 40s. I'm not going to sit
He's in
here...
his mid-30s. Okay,
Yeah, he's in his mid-30s. He's closer to my age.
I didn't know that.
But,
Unk. Old
it's not
head.
that Beckett does not care. Beckett tries his best in a lot of ways to keep some sort of professional distance from what he talks about. But the problem with all this is, you're saying that you're tired of being manipulated. But part of the problem when it comes to you and all of this is that you have a tendency of getting all of your information third hand instead of looking for it yourself. And that is going to bite you in the butt 10 times out of 10. Unless you have 100% trust in the person you are communicating with, which, frankly, based on the people you've been around, sounds to me like you haven't had. Now, Beckett is not going out there looking for people to talk to. They are coming to him. He is not seeking them out. They are seeing what's going on, and he is asking them questions, and I can tell you enough about Beckett to know that if he does not have evidence for it, or if it does not sound like something real, he's going to be very critical of it. He's not just going to run with anything he hears like other idiots that don't like you will. Now,
Untrue. So untrue. I've actually seen Beckett is in actually every single one of Saberspark's comment section for the last 10 years. Don't fact check me on it, okay? Just take my word for it. He's the biggest Saberspark fan, okay? As we all know. Fucking Christ.
I will say this. I am sorry that personal details about you were put out there by Mad. I genuinely am. I don't agree with that personally. If you were like a child predator or something, I wouldn't care, but I don't think that is acceptable. I don't think that's okay. Now, here's where we have to come to a little bit of the brass tacks here. You say you want to be treated as an equal, right?
Where are you going with this?
We need to have a very serious talk right now. And I do mean a very serious talk. So, I'm asking you if you want to be treated like an equal, because it's made very clear in your different...
The truth, Jan, Beckett, and Saber are the same person. True. I mean, have we actually seen them in the same room? Those calls could have been doctored for all we know. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
responses that you do not like it when people treat you like there's a mentorship going on without informing you. So I'm asking you directly if you want me to treat you like an equal, because that way I can be as straight and direct with you as possible.
Yeah, unless I, dictate otherwise based on how I'm feeling, but go ahead.
Okay. I will preface. You are not going to like what I'm going to say.
You can be as straightforward with me as you like until it hurts my feewees. Fucking Christ.
I'm not saying any. I'm not saying any of
Okay,
this to
bye,
hurt you.
K-Huck.
I am saying this because I care, and because I have watched the past 6 months of you spiraling destructively because you did not listen to counsel. Rachel, you do not have a grasp on how to treat people. You do not have a grasp on how, for lack of a better word, I want to be very clear. I'm not saying this to insult you. If I was, we would not be talking like this. It would be a different matter altogether. You do not seem to truly understand how the real working world works, and that is what's continuing to bite. And the fact that you are continuing on this destructive path that you started when you refused to accept that you should not have forwarded any rape accusations about Saberspark, and you are continuing to double and triple down, is going to do nothing but continue to destroy you. So, my hard question for you is how much of this is you versus how much of this is from people pushing you in certain directions?
Like, rhetorically, or
like people guiding you to continue on this destructive path as opposed to apologizing and moving on with your life. Because what's been happening is in the first response you sent me, the one you put out publicly, and then the one that was leaked from your Q&A, you are not at any point saying, I should not have done this in general. I am sorry for forwarding accusations without evidence. Instead, you are continuing to put the onus on literally everybody else. And I'm asking, is that from your desire? Or is somebody guiding you to make those statements and you are going with it because you think they're helping you?
No one's guiding me. If that's your question, or that, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be a little more blunt then. How much of this is Courtney involved in?
Oh.
Not much.
Not much.
She's not pushing me to do anything I don't want to do.
Yeah?
Are you aware of what Courtney's been doing lately in the online space?
Not really, but go ahead, you can tell me.
She literally went on public and said that she hopes that Mr. Enter gets raped and killed.
I think
she's lost it. Like, wholesale lost it. She has called anybody who does not believe the accusations against Saberspark part of a pro-rape boys club. She thinks that it is acceptable to call anybody anything and to accuse them of anything because you are not a legal official and therefore you must not need to control yourself. Which, oddly enough, she hasn't realized backfires directly to her when people call her a groomer or a predator with no evidence.
Right.
And on top of that, KP, people know you use ChatGPT with your Q&A. Like, what's going on here?
What do you mean what's going on?
Oh, fuck off.
Did you really consult ChatGPT?
Dude, a fucking little giggle tells all right. I don't know. Sometimes, like, silence speaks volumes, right? She couldn't just say, like, yeah, it's fucked up, right? I mean, I'm gonna, like, again, she might say it in a bit. I could be clip chimping her right here. But, dude. What do you mean what's going on, right? Like, you're using ChatGPT for your Q&A. Do you know what a Q&A is meant to be, right? Questions and answers. And in the context of what it's meant to be, right? It's meant to be, like, questions that, like, people have for KP to ask them and her response, not an AI chatbot. Like, this is just her trying to incriminate or criminalize Chris even more, if anyone's seen the Q&A. Who's Courtney? Christ. Oh, Courtney P. So, Courtney P, God. Do I even explain it? Courtney Pete was a victim of Lily Orchard. You know, she's Lily Orchard's sister. Absolutely horrendous what happened to her. I'll never take that away from her. You know. But now she is absolutely fucking unhinged, right? Christ. She was involved with making the the whole video development for KP's video on Saberspark, right? One of the most notable things she did is she altered the victim testimony. Because the thing about Courtney is she doesn't think implied consent exists. And even without that topic involved, that's so beside the point. The reason why that's even important to mention is that she altered the victim testimony. I mean, I don't even need to go into any more of that, right? Well, it's the one thing you should never ever do when handling any situation, especially something as serious as rape accusations, right? And then obviously, as Lio just said, she's basically been calling everyone who's basically said that Saberspark is innocent is a rapist or a rape defender. Basically it said that Mr. Renter deserves to be raped and killed. Right? Because of something he had said years ago he doesn't even stand by. Again, like what he said, again, and don't get it twisted, he didn't say anything very fucked up, right? He said he would rather die than be raped, I think, or something. I can't even remember the exact thing, but either way, beside the point, right? Entirely deranged, and people have been looking into her now, right? I've been doing a little bit brief cursory look into her. Actually, I might as well bring that up. That's actually a really good thing. I entirely forgot that happened. Give me 1 second. You guys have probably already seen it, but it is fucking hilarious. Let me fucking grab it. Oh my god. I might as well bring it up while we're on the Courtney topic. Let me find it. I'm going to my Twitter. So, copy link. Wait, we'll put this here. We'll grab this here. There we go. So, I handed some messages to Beckett. So, me and Ace, the Ace of Space, right? We decided to have a look at Courtney's server, right? We weren't gonna do anything, right? We're not that kind of we're not those kind of people, right? We were just gonna go have a look and see what's going on with Courtney, right? Like, you can choose to believe me or not, I don't really care. At the end of the day, that was genuinely what we were gonna do. It's genuinely what we did. We didn't even type anything very much. Like, let me show the messages. So I sent these to Beckett. It's quite funny. So you see, Ace joins the server, right? And then she realizes, oh, it's a Beckett troll. And then I join. I really wish I screenshotted all these messages. She threw me into like the pit or something like that, like a one-on-one text chat. So I say, gulp, cool place. She immediately assumes that I'm a little Beckett little rat, right? Okay, so what Beckett wants when he's sending his trolls. And I said, and this is true, I came here on my own accord because it seemed nice. That last bit isn't true, to be fair. She says, sure. The bit I didn't screenshot, and I find it quite funny, is she basically said, like, I can see your Twitter. I said, yeah? Do you like it? I think it's pretty cool. She didn't really like that very much. She's like, and then she followed by saying, like, well, does Beckett need to do another stream on me? So she has been paying attention, by the way, so that proves that. Again, I really wish I screenshotted it before she kicked me. And I simply said exactly what I said in my quote tweet. I was just doing a routine building inspection. The server violates OSHA code, and they didn't like that. So shake my head. Also, Courtney, no, Becca didn't send me. I just think you're ridiculous. So that first part I did say, and that was enough for her to ban me from the server. Really funny, really fucking funny. But again, that's like beside the point. But I don't know. I find it hilarious that she's still coping live on main. You know, I don't know. She's fucking insane. Who the fuck calls themselves not mom? Someone who sees themselves as an internet mom. Genuinely. She saw herself as like an internet mom. Absolutely insane. Right? I won't go too far into the stuff regarding like the stuff that's being brought up against her, because that's going to be explained a lot more clearly in the near future. Obviously, it's pretty obvious that Hidden's going to be working on a video talking about Courtney. I might have something in the works with a video on that, but that's kind of been delayed because everything keeps happening all at once, you know. But should be fun. Should be fun. But again, I think I've derailed enough. But I like poking at the Courtney. I'll just leak. What do you mean, Kalu? What do you mean? I'm not doing that, okay? To be fair, Hidden's video is probably going to come out before anything to do with me, so... And I'm not spoiling their fun, okay? You'll have to watch Hidden for that. But anyway. I think I've derailed long enough.
GPT to write your Q&A?
A little bit for some
Hi, Mr. Gamer.
of the sighting, but not the whole thing. Just
Why are you continuing to push allegations you don't have any evidence for?
because I believe her, I guess. You know, I don't know where I'm gonna go from here, though, so I
Okay.
haven't decided.
There's nothing wrong with believing her internally and supporting her personally. The problem isn't that you believe and that you support. The problem is that you publicize, you attack, and that you've doubled and tripled down on it. KP, what you went through in 2016, when people were making all sorts of accusations about you.
Again, I'm just going to put this out, right? She clearly wants to say something. Every single time Lio was bringing something up. But she can't word it, right? Because if she says anything, she'll be wrong. Like, I don't know if you can catch that in the audio again. I'm not, like, doing a whole, like, what's that show? Not show. That YouTube channel, like, the CSA, like, crime interrogation room thing where they monitor body language, right? But every single time she just goes, like, you know, she wants to say something, but she knows if she speaks, she's wrong. She just can't admit it. She's biting her tongue because she's tricked up something up. Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what I think. Like, she just can't say sorry. Actually deranged. You will mention? Huh? Okay. Lio is the disappointed father of the ACC. True. He should go and get milk and not come back. And let them fight for themselves, I think. I want total blood and carnage. Nah, I'm kidding. Oh, God.
That really screwed with you, right? Really messed you up. It didn't feel good. It hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, but instead of just asinine things about a workplace environment, somebody accuses you of sexually assaulting somebody with no evidence, and instead of apologizing for it, saying, you know what, I believed her, but I shouldn't have made this public. I should have supported her behind the scenes and see if justice could be gotten another way. They just continued to double and triple down on it. How would that make you feel?
I don't really want to get into a debate with that right now.
A debate? Dude, what the fuck you on about? Also, who's the better Brit? You Beckett or Dickers? I mean, come on. Right? Also, little do you guys know, me, Beckett, and Dickers, right? We actually have secret tea parties on the weekends. Where we brood about the Empire. Okay? God, that needs to be art. That actually needs to be art. I think that'll be awesome. God. I actually need that. That'd be so fucking funny.
I
not a
feel like I
debate.
said.
It's not a debate, KP. I'm not sitting here hashing out values of difference to you. I'm
Right.
saying this is a destructive path because the burden of proof is on the people who make the accusations. And what you've done this time is you have tied your person, your channel, your credibility, and any future prospects you have in any field because it is now tied to you. This will follow you into your real life. It will.
Yeah, exactly. It will. I mean, fuck. It's like, oh god, damn it! I had a thought. I lost my train of thought. I bimboed. I'm gonna go back a hot second. Sorry, everyone. I had a point. I need to re-listen. But also, thank you very much, Advocate, for the $5. Ah, but you see, Lion Man, I have no empathy for the worm who totally was into me. KP probably. Thank you very much, Advocate. And true. So true. Give you refs. I believe if you look at my server, mine is pinned. And then Dickers and Beckett, you'd have to look at their channels. But yeah. Oh god. Here we play.
With that right
It's
now.
not
I
a
feel like I
debate.
said.
It's not a debate, KP. I'm not sitting here hashing out values of difference to you. I'm saying this is a destructive path because the burden of proof is on the people who make the accusations. And what you've done this time is you have tied your person, your channel, your credibility, and any future prospects you have in any field because it is now tied to you. This will follow you into your real life. It will. Unless you
That
come
was
up
it. Mr. Enter said the most realist statement about this whole thing. In reference to KP. This isn't your average horse drama. Or this isn't, oh no, what did he say? This isn't My Little Pony, KP. Because it's just true. I mean, what other videos has KP done regarding to serious topics like this? It was their own personal involvement with cutting off Lily Orchard, you know? And then straight into this. Like, there's so many things surrounding it that make me wonder why they wanted to make this video. I think the spite is a very fair point. She clearly has a heavy dislike for Saberspark and his bias in that regard. She fucking hates Chris. She wants him gone, right? She wants him out of the job, basically. Because his apology wasn't good enough. Even though he apologized to her directly, he apologized to her publicly, you know? Like, that's all been on record. Like, he's corrected his behavior. Also, it was like 10 years ago. Well, not 10 years ago, it was several years ago. And I want like a vote in chat, actually. Right? Before this situation, right? Who knew about the Chris story in regards to KP? Type 1 if you did know, and type 2 if you didn't know before the situation. Because I'm gonna bet that I'm only gonna see 2s in the chat. KP's big worry with that whole thing was that she didn't want it to be known, or spread around. And that was just publicly everywhere. She is, it's her own self-fulfilling prophecy. Right? She's entirely just she's materialized the thing she didn't want to happen by herself, by her own actions, by also lying about that event, and also, you know, just talking about it. Again, she has a right to talk about it, don't get it twisted, right? But again, if the fact she wanted was it not to be known, then she's entirely done the wrong way. I'm just trying to think what else there is. And then the DA game stuff. in regards to that Discord server, entirely fair critique, right? That's insane. Like, also the thing with, like, the whole, posting a lolly to test a bot. Like, I think that's, personally, I think that's insane. First of all, that's a crime in England. So, well, also it depends when that happened, but still. Again, the way that they conducted that server, that's entirely fair to critique. Entirely fair. But in regards to DA Games, with, like, if they put a public statement out about Chris, they did. Way before the video came out. Way before. They put out a public statement, and from my understanding, they cut Chris from the company. Or he had time away from the company. You know? So, I don't understand. Why test the bot in the public channel? Exactly. I don't understand. Like, I haven't looked into the DA Games stuff myself, personally. I don't think I will. Maybe. Maybe something that comes up down the road, and it will get talked about. But what she's done by all including this into the videos is she's muddied the waters for those kinds of situations. Whether that wasn't clearly wasn't the intent, right? But that's what she's done. By promoting false allegations, that is exactly what she's done. And that is her flag to bear for the rest of her life. For as long as she has her public platform of ILoveKimpossibleAlot attached to the way that she acts in the animation space at conventions and how she portrays herself when it comes to that medium and that company, when it comes to business opportunities. That's exactly what she's done. She's undermined any expose on DA Games. Yeah, exactly. But again, I waffle. That is my rant.
Real quick with an actual sincere apology, it will follow you into your real life. This is not me wanting to bully you, browbeat you. I'm saying these things because I care and because I am concerned and I see what's happening. What I said to you Monday night in our conversation was not a snide jab at you. It was not an insult. You are unironically going to be actually lucky if he does not sue you.
True.
Because you have met every single known legal marker for him to be able to do that to you.
Have you been talking to him directly?
Oh,
No,
fucking... Oh, you bitch. You bitch. You bitch. Fuck me. Let me have a drink. Would you mind once I finish the tea party art when I start it, lol, if I post it to my community tab and tag you as commission first so it's not random? Yeah, sure, if you'd like to. You can tag me on Twitter. You can put it in my Discord server, nudge nudge wink wink. Join the server. It's very cool. You get updates for streams, haha. But fuck off, right? Again, fuck off. Like, that's immediately... How is that immediately her response to that? Like, the implication there is Lio is biased. Or that Lio has somehow been given fucking mind control, or his perspective has been twisted by Saberspark to make him think this way. As if it isn't just a rational thing to say. She takes such offense to any sort of critique. It's insane. I don't even think she's been listening to Lio during this conversation, and I'm sorry that you've had to waste your breath regarding this, Lio, because I think this is sound advice. But she's just not listened at all.
I have not said a word to or about Saberspark because I'm standing by my principle. I think the guy's a weirdo. But I'm saying objectively, looking at all the data that's out there right now, he lost 26,000 subscribers. He has people calling him a rapist. He had people harassing.
She's looking for an excuse to justify in her head that any criticism is entirely side-cucked. Yeah, sides-cucked. Yeah, exactly, Kalu. Yeah. Lio's always biased, and don't you know? Yeah, exactly, right. Deranged. She used the same tone at me, asking me if I was dating Chris, and she did with Lio. Christ. Yeah, I believe that. Fucking Christ. Deranged. absolutely deranged.
His wife, or his future wife, rather, his fiance, for being in relationship with somebody being accused of rape. He has lost money from this. He has lost social standing. Every single thing that generally needs to be met. And whether you say it or not, there's plenty out there that can put to the idea that this is done out of malice, whether from you or from Emmy. It meets every basic criteria. You will actually be lucky if he doesn't sue you.
True.
Like, I think part of the problem is, and I'm not saying this because I think you're an idiot or anything. I'm saying this because I think what you've gone through, you ostrich, you turtle, when things get hard, and so you don't know what's going on around you. I genuinely don't think you realize the depth of the problem you've gotten yourself into here. It's monstrous. Because what you've done in your responses is, instead of owning your screw-ups outside of the tone for the DA games, you've just doubled and tripled down saying it's the audience's fault for not understanding, or it's a perception issue, or it's the perfect victim myth, which nobody is even running with. Nobody's saying they shouldn't believe Emmy because Emmy's not a perfect victim. They're saying the data she has provided versus what SaberSpark has provided, it is in favor of SaberSpark's telling of events, simply because he has data based on how she has acted to him, how she...
This is absolutely insane, right? Like, the whole perfect victim myth when it comes to Emmy. Do you guys remember, God, when this situation was happening originally and we learned that Courtney Pete was attached to it? And nobody was really going at Courtney then, right? Because... And no one attacked them for, in relation to the SaberSpark's video and in relation to their own essay. No one did that. That is an example of the perfect victim myth not being applied by the people who are covering this exact topic. When it comes to Courtney in relation, I feel like... I know it may sound like a weird comparison, but it's true. Right? No one said that you have to be a perfect victim. It's just that things don't line up. At all. Fucking Christ.
She has responded to him, her communications and relationship up to him. He has that data. You guys don't. You don't have anything. So...
I mean, I don't...
If you wanted to believe it, that's fine. It's making the accusations and continuing to.
Hi, Riddle.
That's gonna kill it. That's gonna kill any goodwill you have. That's gonna kill any... KP, I'm just gonna...
Excuse me.
You want to get into the animation industry, right?
I get where you're going.
They know, KP. There are people in the industry who know who you are now, and it's not because of animation. It's not because of any of that. It's because of these accusations you refuse to walk back.
Right.
That's a problem.
Oh, excuse me, everybody. You're just gonna have to give me 1 second. Oh, apologies, everyone. I gotta... Oh, sorry. I'm fine, but yeah, I threw up a little bit. but I'll have. Oh, gonna hit play. I did mute myself, I believe. I hope I did. I'm hoping that didn't get picked up on mic. Christ. I do not I will not curse, I will not recommend acid reflux on my worst enemies. Christ. Anyway, let's continue.
There's one reason why I said to not even put out a response to begin with. It's also why I told you, don't forward this. Make police reports. Even if it's a decade old, make the police reports. Emmy's channel is bigger than yours. She could have just done it herself if she was so adamant about it. Instead, she runs you around circles. She lies to your face. Because I will tell you this right now. Her excuse of, I didn't want to talk to Lio because of his profile picture, when she had no problem talking to me before with the same profile picture. Something's wrong here, Rachel. Something.
The profile picture. Again, I was in Lio's live chat. I did notice this point. Do you want to know? Do you want to know which profile picture it was? You want to guess? It was the Ninja Turtle one. I wonder if I can find the image that he used, actually. I don't know, there's no way I will. But God. She was scared of the Ninja Turtles profile picture. I'm really sorry, right? But what my priorities are, I need to get my rape story out there, right? A very serious topic. My concern isn't someone's Donatello, because I'm not going to remember the fucking bandana. Leonardo, thank you. If someone had the Leonardo profile picture. Christ. How I reduce my acid reflux is to stop drinking soda. Yeah, that's a good point. Sorry, let me just drink my Monster, entirely unrelated. Sorry, excuse me. Lovely. What the fuck did TMNT do to her? Cowabunga.
He is horrifically wrong here. You can't think about this right now in terms of PR. PR doesn't matter. Not in this. Not right now. What matters is the fact that you're free falling off a cliff and you ain't got a parachute. You've got to cobble one together, and you can't do it by continuing to double down on the idea that you're right. And on top of that, with the way this happens, and here's why you have to be so serious about the data you have at hand when you make these accusations, is if he is what you think he is. Now there's an entire debacle out there that will make people immediately disregard it if it's something that actually happens again. If he did do it initially, this will make people immediately discard it. That's damage. And you can't keep down this path, Rachel. Not only are you not going to win, you're going to actively continue to destroy yourself. And I don't want that for you.
I mean,
Yeah.
like since I don't know what's happened, but I haven't decided how or what to do. I guess if that is any
Consolation.
I guess I just haven't. Yeah, I haven't been thinking about that. I've just kind of been thinking about just the stuff, just the riddle stuff and that kind of thing. So.
What? No, what? Sorry, no. What? You've been thinking about what to do. KP, you've done so many different things. Like, since the original video and now. I'm not sure exactly when this call happened, but given from the context clues inside the call, it would be after the Q&A, obviously, right? So it's pretty far in. Like, this is 4 months later. Since, it would have been after their, you know, their public apology and the one that got leaked with all the audio, right? And obviously the safety report. Like, what do you mean you haven't been doing anything? You've done so much shit. Like, what, another one? One more video? Guys, one more video, and KP's got this in the bag, I think. Like, there's no turning around, I don't think there is. Like, unless you genuinely, I don't even know how much your genuine apology would do now. Like, genuinely. And just obsessing over the riddle stuff, like, I haven't even, to be blunt, I haven't even looked at the riddle DMs. I'm not sure what the point would be. I'm not sure where to look for them, for the context on that. But again, from my understanding, what KP is claiming is Riddle leaked some messages between himself and KP, and then KP decided to leak things about Riddle. Again, Riddle is in the chat. They can correct me on that. But yeah, Riddle man bad. So true. So fucking true. But holy fuck. Just obsessing over Riddle. Riddle me this, Batman. What's false, obnoxious, and can ruin someone's life? A rape accusation.
Okay. Now, Riddle. What he was doing was he was upset and he was venting to somebody under the assumption that it would have been kept private.
Oh, there we go. Answer my question. I got clip chimped.
I understand the desire to vent to a trusted individual. The problem there is that Maddie leaked it. Because I don't know if it's Matt or Maddie, there's something wrong in their skull meat. Very obviously. It's why they make accusations as well without any evidence. But I'm not going to go into detail.
I'm just going to read this because Riddle's just typed their heart out just for them to get clip chimped. Mad leaked the DMs. I went into DMs with Mad to vent back in 2024 June after she leaked things about me. Never meant for them to be public, but something I said in anger. After she leaked things about me. So KP linked about things about you first, and then Mads leaked your DM. So I don't understand. Genuinely. So bizarre. So fucking bizarre, like the way she acts. And again, I'm sorry you have to deal with that fucking shit, Riddle, genuinely. Genuinely fucked up.
I want to ask you, because I'm not like these other guys. It's none of my business. But I will just say this. If even a third of what Riddle is saying is accurate, KP, you've got a lot of growing up you've got to do real fast.
True.
Like, real fast. And I'm not saying that because I hate you, because I don't hate you. I'm saying that because I care. And right now, I think I'm kind of the only friend you've got that's just going to be blunt and tell you the truth here. I'm not here to play sides. I'm not here to push a narrative for myself. This is me trying to communicate to you how badly you are in a situation of because you haven't been able to peek up and take a look. It's bad. It's really, really bad, Rachel.
I mean, well, that's why we're talking, right?
Yeah, but
what the fuck? That's why we're talking. That's why we're talking. I feel like Lio's probably gonna say the exact same thing in about 5 seconds, but it doesn't need this conversation. If you had been paying attention to what's been going on around you, how people have been acting, how everything has been happening. Like, KP has been warned and given several chances to stop since the beginning. Since before the video and up till now. Like, I'm trying to think. Okay. I'm going to bring up a perfect example of how you're meant to handle something like this. Or how you're meant to handle a video gone wrong. Lazy Bedhead. Right? The whole Black Griffin stuff. Like, they were very sincere. They explained what they got wrong and they corrected the record. You know? Like, I believe it was Black Griffin. From my memory. God, it's been a hot minute ago. You know, love basic, bleh, love lazy bedheads content. But KP just couldn't do that at all. Like, such a lack of accountability for the actions. Like, it's quite sad, actually. Genuinely, like, to see this kind of behavior. Christ.
It shouldn't take a conversation with me for you to know how bad it is.
There you go.
You got to be able to look for yourself. And yeah, Beckett's been mean about some things. I'm not going to sit here and deny that, especially in the video he did to your newest public response. Oh, absolutely he was mean in that. But here's the truth of the matter. The reason why I had you talk to Beckett wasn't because it was some sort of stupid little setup. I don't do that to people. It's because I know...
No, I didn't think it was a setup.
I know, but I'm just... in case that was a
yes,
concern,
you do.
and you know. It's because out of everybody else who you could have talked to, Beckett was going to give you the most grace he could. Like, literally. As weird as that may be to sound. He's going to give you the most grace. Because he's going to look at the data and come to conclusions based on that. Not on personal bias. Not on whether he likes people. The man wound up talking to voice actors of people in the animation industry. That's how far this has gone. And not because he went to search them out. It's because they found him. They came to him. And you took what grace he could give you and said, no, I'm just going to triple down. Because it's as much of a pain in the butt as it could be for him to imply or state that he thinks that you're not all that bright or whatever, it's a lot better than claiming you're malicious. Because that's what it's coming out as now, that you're malicious, and that's why you're doubling and tripling down. Especially considering the fact that your initial audio was also leaked. And to be clear, not by me. That's been leaked as well. And people can hear it now. And KP, you frame everything like it's misogyny.
True.
It's not. Not in this case. Yeah, women are treated garbage in the industry. Women are treated garbage socially. I'm well aware of that. But the reason why people didn't come and back you up about the rape accusation isn't because they hate women. It's because there was no evidence. Like, at all. It's why I told you not to do it. And the reason why I didn't give you...
No, I didn't understand.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say, I guess on hindsight, I didn't I didn't comprehend that, like, her refusing to do the police report was a red flag. I just thought that, it was going to get out anyway, and not get out. It was going to be released through Fandone anyway, or whatever the fuck. So, I was just, I just wanted to support her, I guess. But no, I get your point. I get your point of view.
No. You were told about the red flags. Like Lio did. Do the police report. Don't make it public. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Absolutely deranged. Like, you didn't think about it until now. Also, at this point, it's so far... Like, I understand that, like, Lio has brought this up as a point, and I think that's fair that she's answering it here. Like, again, there's, like, no harm with her actually, like, answering that question. But again, we're so far beyond that point now. We're so fast before, like, hindsight. With how the video was made. What's important now is the actions that KP is taking after the video has been made. And it's horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Like Lio was saying, it's just this whole thing of misogyny. And thinking that, like, it was some sort of boys club. You know? And I think that's insane. And I think it's entirely unfair on, like, the guys who are, the guys who have been commentating on this. Because they don't need that. It's dirty. And it just kind of, like, waters down actual cases of misogyny in the industry and things like that. Unless when she's talking about I know, because they're referring to the Q&A, aren't they? Yeah, that's fair, actually. No, they would be referring to Chris. Christ.
Yeah, and that, look, I don't think you should have to look into every person you work with, because sometimes that's just not functional, but there was something off from Fandom to begin with, especially based on the age of the account versus how many tweets they've had. Like, that account's over a decade old. And when you look into it, finds out they are a right freak. They like...
I don't know how the original call got leaked with Chris. So, in terms of, like, it being leaked to us, Riddle, that was given us, at least for me, that was given to us by Norden. It was in, like, the old Senate servers logs, from my understanding. So the links, or the hyperlinks to the file was still saved into the document. So we were able to access it through there. That's how it was made public. At least now, at least.
Yeah, they like little kid characters. They're sexual deviant of different degrees. The general idea is the entire reason why this person specifically is going after Black Griffin is not because they genuinely believe he's a predator, but because they had a sexual attraction to the Sweetie Belle character that his wife voiced. Because that was his main focus. He really liked that character in all the worst ways a human being can.
Christ.
As an adult, to be clear. I understand saying, well, it was going to get out anyways, but the truth of the matter is that wouldn't have been on you. And I told you why she needed to make it. I told you in that group chat why she needed to make that report. Because every excuse she was giving made no sense. Well, if I do it, he might find out who I am. If he assaulted her, he'd know anyways. Well, he might dox me. He knows her information. I mean, that's why.
No, I didn't understand. I didn't understand that those were dodges. If so, I don't like if that makes sense. Like, I wasn't like, I wish. I'm not blaming you, obviously, but I guess I wish like the red flags were explained more explicitly, because I just didn't catch them. So like, I didn't understand that what you were saying was proof of hesitancy. I thought she was just hesitant because she was afraid she was gonna get doxxed and harassed, which she ended up getting harassed anyway.
Yeah, and
but
the thing is, if she was going to make the accusation public, it was going to happen regardless of if she filed a police report or not. That's why she just needed to file the report. Because here's the thing: if she had filed the report, let's go ahead and walk back in time. If she were the one to file, if she at least bare minimum filed a report and proved that she did that, that would at least communicate to people. No, she actually believes this happened. She is thoroughly convinced, because why would a woman go to the police otherwise? Now, there have been plenty of cases, even though Courtney says otherwise, where women have made false rape accusations to ruin a man's life. That just has happened. It's literally happened to a little black kid decades ago who wound up getting killed over it. So yes, unfortunately it does happen. It's awful, one of the worst things in the world to lie about, but it does happen. But at least with a police report, there could have been at least that modicum, that crumb of hesitancy of people saying, well, if nothing else, Emmy believes that's what happened. Because why in the world would she go do that otherwise? But she didn't even do that. And it had nothing to do with fear of being harassed, and everything to do with the fact that she wanted to be able, from what I can tell, take that shot off of somebody else's platform and then duck and hide. And she tried to. And the entire reason she failed was because she left breadcrumbs.
Again, another thing with the whole Emmy, like, not making this public. Like, Emmy's platform was so much... I said this last stream. Emmy's platform is so much bigger than KP's. Emmy's already a public figure. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if the reason why they didn't talk about it publicly is to shift any sort of fallback they may have gone off of herself and onto KP. Because she is known for having controversies in other spaces, like how the Sonic fandom, right? And she very much cares about how she's perceived. And I know this because not too long ago, there was a quite decent video talking about a new Emmy from the Sonic fandom perspective, and that got struck down by Emmy. Emmy struck that down. You know, to get that hidden, but it got reinstated, thank God. So, like, I don't understand. Like, she's a public figure. She's been on Dr. Phil for crying out loud. She's known within the Sonic fandom extensively for her work with voice acting, and also with sleeping with a Sonic voice actor, which is insane. And being that kind of a person. She's extensively known. And then she comes out with a rape accusation? Jens, say that again. Huh? Did Lio just bring up Emmett Till and his call with KP and she didn't catch it? I don't know who that is. Christ. Is my mic broken? Let me test. Rah. Okay, it is working. Christ.
You say you're worried about people, you're tired of people manipulating you, but they've been doing.
I thought Emmy got that video taken down because her child was in it. I don't know. I'm entirely unsure. I can't remember her child being in the video. It was a hot minute ago since I've seen it, but yeah, if that's the case, that's fair. In that regard. Okay. I don't know if she said anything publicly about that. That's fair. If that's true, Rocky, that's more fair of a reason. It went back up once the image of her kid was removed. Okay. Okay, I retract what I said there. Oh, that's fair. I think that's very fair. I don't think kids should be online anyway. I think that's pretty fair. Emmett Till was a black man who was beaten to death back in the 20th century. Christ. Christ. Oh, this is deranged. Absolutely deranged. We're gonna keep it going. We're halfway through. We've got this, chat. We've got this. And if you've been enjoying the stream so far, like and subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe.
Doing it this entire time. Again, if you want to believe in me, that's absolutely fine. I know people who have had awful things happen to them that they told me about that they don't want to make public. And I'm not going to make public because I don't have the evidence for it either. I still support them. I still care about them. I communicate to them how much I do believe them and that it's going to be okay and I'm there. I don't put it on my channel. I don't tie my name to it. Not because I don't care, not because I don't love these people and I don't feel for them, but because there's nothing I can do with it. You can't make an accusation from nothing and expect something to grow from it. I'm sorry, but you can't.
Right.
And you have really... the reason I never responded in extreme detail to the audio you sent me, KP, is because if I have to every single time tell you what the problem is, you're not growing and learning on your own. You've got to learn to figure these things out by yourself to become the confident individual you want to be. And listening to that entire diatribe, all it communicated to me is that you didn't learn anything. And I can't put a stamp of approval on that, not as a friend and not as somebody who cares about you. But at the same time, if I had put any pushback on it, then where are we anyways? Because another reason I didn't is because I told you not to even put out a response, and then you come into my DMs and tell me that you're going to do one. So you didn't listen to me again.
Mm.
And the last time you did was, again, when you made the accusations. So you're coming back to a guy Go ahead.
I interpreted your, like, if you have to one as just kind of like, you know, if it will make you feel better kind of thing. So I guess I interpreted that more neutral than what you meant, if that makes sense.
Yes, but again, I stated plainly.
Kitty break. We're taking a kitty break. Ivy. This is one of the cats that Ivy shows me. Every once in a while, Ivy sends me pictures of the cat. Yeah. Kitty time. Apparently their name is, oh my god, that's amazing. Her name is, Bonita. Amazing kitty. Amazing kitty. 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. Good cat. Good cat. Amazing. Thank you very much, Ivy. I sent you a cat. You sent me a cat, did you? Or did you send me a cat? Please ship me a whole ass cat, please. I'd love a cat. Okay. God. Can you tell I'm struggling? My brain cells, chat. My brain cells are perishing.
Because I'm not a person who often is able to do subtlety. I'm about as subtle as a shotgun. I've told you pretty plainly, don't do a response to this. If you were to do anything, it has to be some form of apology.
But she's incapable of.
It's not just that, right? It's not just that. Now, I want to preface this one because we're going to move topics just slightly. If you want to hate aficionado Chris until the day he dies, you are 100% valid in doing so. I will give you no trash talk for it. I will not degrade you for it. You are well within your rights, and that is fine if that is the decision you make. But trying to build a literal what-if legal case in your response against a man who, number one, admitted that he lied. Number two, I'm going to be real blunt here. Listening to that audio.
Op is showing Ace's song. Yeah? Go on Falji's stream. We're gonna stream snipe Falji. Hold on, chat. We're gonna stream snipe out Falji. Falji's from the op block, everybody. Falji's from the op block. Some round of applause for him. Amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing. Subscribe to the op block, everyone. They deserve it. Absolutely amazing. We needed this. We needed this, but we're gonna get out of here before we get noticed, okay? Go back to the content. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's keep going.
KP, I don't think I've met many people
Hi, Ace.
as apologetic as him in that. So when Beckett asked you, what does accountability look like to you? That's something you should have had the answer to. Is accountability for what Chris did, which again, even he doesn't stand by. Even he says is stupid and vile, that he had no business doing it. And frankly, he probably got bullied for saying it. Because as a guy, you know, the boys club that I'm apparently in, if anybody makes that type of comment around me, or anybody I know, like any guy I know, they're going to get bullied for it. They're going to be made fun of. Like, what are you, some sort of weirdo creep? You sick loser? They're going to get bullied and made fun of for it. Nobody's going to think they're cool over it. Even some of the most egregious men I know who make the grossest of jokes, like, say, Vlad, he'd call him a loser, too, and tell him to kill himself, frankly. Like, if a genuine apology and trying to get help isn't what you wanted, what is it you wanted?
Well, that was something I was going to talk about. I took down the safety report with the link. Riddle owns the file, so I couldn't take down the file. Mm-hmm. And I would have clarified, probably just like, I was concerned how his telling of the story framed me to other people that were in the room when he was telling it. So I think, in hindsight, maybe a public apology that didn't go into didn't have to like go into the actual act, but just the fact that like this happened and like sorry, like whatever, like something like
he did. The fuck are you on about? Also, that call's gonna be contained on the internet for forever. Like nothing that Riddle or you did that could have changed that. Like, it's the internet. It's going to stay online. Like, she had better apologize to Chris for taking this shit this far. I highly doubt that, unfortunately, Glitchy. KP isn't the kind of person to do that. And again, as I just said, Chris did apologize. Already. Chris already apologized. About a year before this video came out. If you remember our last stream going over all of this, they already apologized. In a public statement that was made, along with DA Games. Like, I don't know what more she can expect from him. fucking insane, guys.
Like that. But what basically the story grew into not just Chris, but all of the DA game stuff, and you know, there's like, I don't know if you saw the whole video, but you know, victims that were groomed in that space. That, I'm not like saying this to be like, what was me? I'm just kind of informing you about information, but you know, were groomed in that space, and wouldn't remove like confirmed convicts and things like that. So I understand your point about Chris, but you know, it wasn't just the call, it was the like, or it wasn't just the memes he posted, it was just kind of the continual behavior, mostly from Will in that space, that isn't really being analyzed too deeply. Does that make sense?
To a point, but if I recall from one of your responses, the gross memes that were posted, was that or was that not to test a security bot?
That apparently was a lie, because no one could find someone else covered it, but the videos got taken down. But anyway, Parlo or something. But he talked about he couldn't find a bot.
Dude, not Parlo. And anyway, right, like, dude, I still think the thing about testing the bot the way they did isn't absolutely deranged. Also, what the fuck, Ace? Jesus Christ. Thank you, Ace Space, for the 100 US dollars. Hi, I'm Ace Space. Jesus Christ, man. 07's in the chat for Ace. Jesus Christ. Insane. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Amazing. And thank you so much for singing in the beginning of the stream. Thank you so much. Absolutely amazing. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Absolutely deranged. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh my god. But again, the whole chatbot thing, right? Or like testing a fucking filter. I should not have been in the general chat. It shouldn't have even happened. I don't even think that's even possible. Why would you like... I don't know. I don't know too much about chat, like, bots that can, like, filter out Lolicon or whatever the fuck it was. But that sounds implausible to try and do. But holy fuck. Does this mean we have to stop poking Ace now? No. But again, thank you very much, Ace. I very much appreciate it. It's very, very generous of you.
That could accurately test those, on top of them, instead of admitting that they did something wrong and retracted them, they just kind of kept it hush-hush, and that seems to be an issue from what the victims say, that anytime there's a big upset or, like, not even, like, anything that's particularly, like, Will's...
Glitchy. I'm showing that. Evil stuff going on in the Jens Fireplace server. Oh my god. That's amazing. Yummy. My yummy KP tent-shaped belly. Oh my god. Christ. KP is poisoned the well and no one trusts her. Paolo's reputation is dog shit. Yeah. KP has made it impossible for anyone to even really investigate DA games now. Oh, dude, the Paolo stuff that's been going on is actually insane. Like, I was somewhat aware as it was happening, if that makes sense. But oh my god. But that's like not my my area. I don't think I'd cover that sort of stuff on stream. I may. I had thought about branching away from like just not necessarily covering just ACC stuff. But again, it would have to really catch my interest, I think. I think because I only really talk again, it's the whole point of this channel, right? I only talk about stuff that I find interesting to look into. Or that I can feel like I could contribute my opinion to it and actually you know, means something in a way, you know? But we'll see. We'll see if we do something like that. We're definitely going to be doing stuff that's not necessarily commentary at some point. Me and Ace have something in the works that we're going to be trying to do in the form of a stream. Or a series of streams, I should say, that we're going to have to try and schedule. Speaking of... Hi, Ace.
Hi. Hi, I'm Ace Space.
Hi. Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. I'm a little fatigued.
Yeah.
You see, some old 32-year-old unk just tried like one-upping me desperately and failed miserably.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like someone like let him know that I sing a song and then like he just tried to do it better.
I wouldn't know
but,
anything about that.
Yeah, it was kind of fucked up, honestly. Like if anyone did that, I wouldn't give them $100. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm glad that no one like that is in the room with us right now.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah, acid reflux.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, I was dying. Oh, I was dying earlier. Christ. Dude, someone needs to edit. Someone needs to sync that audio and have you two duet. I think that'd be perfect, actually. Might have to do that.
No, but
Yes.
anyways, I've got like some really secret stuff that's not meant to be aired out publicly to tell you.
Okay, good thing that I'm not live
So-
then, right?
Wait, are we live?
No?
Okay, so essentially, I gotta tell you about anyways.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay. You're fucked up. You're fucked
Wait, are
up.
we live?
Are we live? Oh, we've been... Oh, camera's on. Been live the whole time. Oh. God.
Dude, someone just like called me out saying I gave $50 to OpBlock. Well, look, that was a bribe to silence him. Okay.
Did it work?
He said he won't leak our DMs today, so
Oh,
I think it.
yeah.
I think it might have worked. So, Yen,
Mm.
you got to be done with that Lio thing now.
No.
Right?
You
How much left you got, bro?
We're at 44 minutes in. Are you staying?
Ugh.
For me?
Since you seem so ecstatic.
Oh
Mine as
boy.
well. I was just on a stream with Chili where they were playing FNAF, and I just kept like playing the knocking sound effect.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was kind of fucked up actually.
Let me change the settings for you so you can hear this. Okay, yeah, no, sorry. It's actually saved the settings for the screenplay. Alright, let's keep going.
Fault,
Greedy
but-
claws.
Like bad situations, like, you know, there's a pedophile on the server or whatever. You know, they don't really seem to care to do anything. Again, not just sharing information. So that was the Chris stuff boiled up to like, you know, like Jamie, who doesn't like me anymore, but Jamie has a whole Twitter thread about their abuse in that space and like the creeps, and they have screenshots and the whole thing. So,
But I don't know what Chris has to do with that. Like, from my understanding, Chris isn't to do with like the DA server stuff. I don't know why she keeps bringing up Chris in reference to that. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Was Chris just like a mod in that server? Because like that's the understanding
Chris,
I had.
I thought Chris was just the jacking off into clothes guy. You're talking about like Will's the other guy.
Well, yeah, but like in the DA game server, I think he had like some sort of apparent
Oh, he
involvement.
did.
Because
Ah.
all KP said that they supported, I guess, like a community that was a danger to minors. But I have no idea with like her recent response what she means with that.
Well, it's KP, so that could mean anything from like, oh yeah, they were employed underneath DA games, you know?
Yeah. I like KP. She's
Yeah?
pretty cool.
She keeps bringing up Chris because she wants to tie him up with them no matter what. Maybe.
I'm gonna play Among Us.
Oh my god, you better not.
Gulp.
Uh-oh.
I you know, and that's the part that I wish was clearer, is because I wanted to help and I was stupid. I just tried to put too much in the video, among other things. But yeah, so I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, those were just my frustrations in that area. And like
The fuck? The Phantom Hand of Lio, by the way. What the hell? Why is his hand? How's his hand translucent like that? What's going on? This is terrifying.
Like, regardless if
Dude.
it's Will or it's not.
Wait, how is he doing that?
Yeah, like, you see what I mean?
Dude.
Is he really here? Is this a green screen?
Bro.
Ooh.
Dude, he became omnipotent
It's
through exposing KP, dude.
It's the spooky ghost of Lio Pass. Like, dude, it's not Chris. Fuck, it's fucking Halloween. What am I about? It's fucking Halloween. It's fucking spooky ghost.
He's like finishing like his his final business, like before going to descend off into
like the
that
video
and
ends with like the picture here as his arm like fades out. It's like bye bye.
Yeah, KP's like the last friend he had like cut off, so like now he's like at eternal peace.
Dude, he's made too many Bible references.
Yeah, now he's dude, oh my gosh. Dude, he's rapturing.
Part of that brand. And when people are
How did he do that?
These kids are getting preyed on,
It's a crossfade. No, don't lie.
No one seems to do anything.
We don't lie, liar. We know what's really going on here. You don't need to use fancy made-up words like crossfade, okay? I know.
Here,
he died of cringe.
That I feel like is an issue. And so it wasn't particularly just that Saber wasn't willing to do anything because of the Chris story. It was also the bigger ecosystem of that, and how again, I'm not making excuses or anything, I'm just trying to explain. That was kind of frustrating, I guess, because it just seems like, out of sight, out of mind.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Here's my question. Who all within the mod staff did you talk to about any of this?
What do you mean?
About what happened in the server, about why they didn't remove people, about all this stuff, because apparently you still had a way to contact Chris. Did you ask him about any of it?
No, I haven't talked to Chris, but no, they're I don't know if they're still up, but the original video that we did where we interviewed people has tons of screenshots in it about that kind of stuff. So
wait, what original video?
Which I can cut and give to you if you'd like.
I don't.
Oh yeah, I think they're talking about their original like video with like DA games and Saber.
Wait. Guys, if you want to see more about the DA game stuff, you can look at my original video. Oh wait, I'm gonna strike every single re-upload. Like, what are you on about? It's like, dude, why is no one talking about the DA game stuff? As I delete the fucking video containing all the screenshots. Okay.
Dude.
It's like, how hard would it have been is for them to have like re-edited the original video and just include the DA game screenshots and all that stuff? Like,
way too much work.
Way too much work, right? Like,
easier to click strike.
Do you see why it's so infuriating? Like, an additional layer of infuriation when it comes to, like, talking about DA games in relation to KP. Because it's like, oh yeah, there's so much stuff about, DA games. But they're just gonna strike re-uploads. So it's like, what do you want us to do? Genuinely. Like... It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I think as long as we talk about the DA game stuff and be like,
and don't look at the evidence.
This hero. Yeah, look at this hero KP who came forward with the story.
The
We wouldn't be
Messiah.
here without her. Then I don't think she'd strike that one down.
Yeah, right. I think we could do that.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Oh no. It's breaking. There we go.
I
I
believe in you.
don't need it on hand, but part of the problem.
Are you saying I should ask Chris about this?
I'm saying if he's in moderation there, if the problem is that people are doing or saying gross things, confronting them is always the best step forward first, because that can immediately cut things off at the head.
Courthouse call now.
Whenever
Anyway.
I've had to deal with a server that's alive and going that allows that stuff around, the first people I immediately go after are administration. Why are you doing this? What's with this nonsense? What's going on? And at that point, they have one or two choices. Either one, they can backtrack, apologize, and correct the issue, or they can double down and I get to burn them alive. The problem is with this, you didn't contact the administration at all. If nothing else, to at least get bare minimum their side of things. And that's definitely a problem on that.
Well, I did a couple of things. So, Jamie has screenshots of when they tried to contact Will as far as the grooming stuff. Will sympathized, but ultimately didn't even do anything or address things, from my understanding, as well as my frustrations with, like, I wasn't really going after Chris's job. I just wanted kind of like it's looked into. Go ahead.
Rachel, if you weren't going after his job, what were you expecting? Because it seems to me, and to anybody who listened, that what you wanted was for DA and Saber to just fire him for what he said about you. Is that what you wanted?
I wanted some sense of accountability.
The hesitation.
Yeah.
You do realize you do realize he apparently did make a public apology some time ago, right?
That's after DA did one because I was getting frustrated with the fact that they wouldn't address it directly.
That's still an apology publicly. What the fuck are you on about?
Well, I didn't really. See,
but it's all the way how I wanted it to
come
be.
From their heart.
I wanted them to kowtow 10 times on a public live stream and then seppuku. Like,
Dude,
what do you expect from the guy? Like, he's addressed this to you privately. You've now publicly blasted the his apology from before the statement that he made. Like, again, this is one thing to note. Like, this tweet that they're referring to, made by Chris and also DA Games, was a year before this video came out, the original video that KP released. Like, it was before that. So, yep. I don't know what you expect. Genuinely. Like, well, he didn't say how I want it. He didn't, admit to, he didn't say, oh, well, yes, I did jack off into the clothes. You got me red-handed, even though it was a fucking disgusting joke. It didn't actually happen.
The sex crime that didn't happen.
Yeah, right?
It's awful.
Oh, Christ. What?
I'm playing Among Us.
So that's not because they were doing it in good faith. It's because, I was talking about it and they were kind of in a PR.
Okay. So.
Again. Problem. They talked about it because the problem was brought up. I don't even remember KP asking him for a public apology when they spoke in the original full call that was in the what was it called? The safety report. Unless I'm misremembering, she never asked him to do a public apology. So he didn't ask him to do a public apology. That wasn't what expected of him. This was handled behind closed doors to his understanding, so you would have no reason to talk about this outside of between you two. And now you want him to talk, now it's an issue when he talks about it publicly, which is what you wanted, apparently, now. So, you just can't win with her.
Let's back this up. Let's back this up for just a minute. Do you accept, in the call you had with him, that he apologized to you?
Yes, but I think
the hesitation.
Yes, but
there
Gulps.
there needed to be, like, I wanted to be reassured that, like, DA Games, well, I can show you the emails if you want. I don't know if you remember, but we're taking it seriously. They were going,
but
they were taking it seriously. Go ahead.
What is your idea of taking it?
Well, here's my question now then, right? Does this mean that every single time Chris gets new employment and like he updates his Indeed.com and his resume, does this mean that KP is going to be following every single one of his job prospects to go ahead and want to inform them that this thing happened?
She's a little lurker, dude.
Because that's exactly what she would be doing, right? Like, her issue would be, oh, I don't want this going, spreading to, like, every other, like, public place. Or, like, place in the industry and being spread about and talked to about in regards to KP. It just so happened that he went from her employment to DA Games. Like, that I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if that's what would happen. I mean, she's already done this before. What was the thing that Beckett posted? It was about the 16-year-old and how she wrote a letter to Vivsy Pop to try and get his, like, job, like, aspirations shut down because he did as a minor. So what the fuck is wrong with you? It's fucking deranged. God, please, why is this breaking? Please.
Because I'm awesome.
Yeah. That's because I'm
Seriously?
sharing this with you.
If the statement was, I told gross, weird jokes
No, you're staying.
about something I didn't even do, and it made a former coworker who was female uncomfortable, and it's something I stopped doing and I've apologized for and I've gotten help for, like, what else is there that needs to be said about that?
Well,
Oh no, he's fading again.
For one thing, I was frustrated.
Lio,
that,
come
He's
back.
transcending.
Like, so, like,
Oh, there he is.
I don't know if, I don't remember what's on the script, but, like, so if the recipient is, of the story is Will and some other friends, like,
Do not
why
check the office messages.
did I hear this story from Chitter Chatter and not Will saying, hey, this guy's making gross sexual stories? Like, and it's not just like buds being buds. If they're working together and that's the working environment, then I feel like there's a bigger issue there. Like, you know what I mean?
If it's something that he has communicated with, right? I did this thing, and then I apologized for this thing. I talked to the
Christ.
Do not check office messages. You will be Do not check office messages.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I need you to do something. I need you to open the image in a different tab. There's a reason. Okay.
This image.
Yes. Because I need you to be able to zoom into KP and do it on Twitter does not help you. So zoom into KP's eyes.
If you'll let me.
Yeah, it will.
It's not loading. It's not letting me zoom in.
No, it's loading.
Oh.
Look at her eyes.
Oh.
Dude, I was so dead, bro. You know why?
Why?
Dude, I compared her eyes to like an option for like the fucking meme maker.
I was thinking it. I just didn't want to say it.
Dude, I was a fucking dickhead the whole stream with it. I just kept referring back to it, and people said, "Please give me a trigger warning before you show it."
Do you know, you remember in Attack on Titan when they're looking over the wall?
Yeah. Why does everyone want to fuck me? They look like that.
Christ. Be close these times. Anyway. Oh, we've hit such a low. It's Christ.
I think it's pretty low to just falsely slander someone as a
True,
rapist, but,
actually,
you know,
so true. Oh god, I need to lower this for you. Give me 1 sec. Hopefully this can fix it. The stream is dying. Everything's dying.
Oh my god, dude, that was so fucked up because when I think it was, it might have been Ivy Slay came to my DMs and just like gave me an image of fucking Jeff the Killer when I was looking at it.
I'm going to Jeff the Killer. It looks like something I would make in Dark Souls Rocky. That's fucked up.
Or the fucking white chicks, or fucking someone said it looked like Amber Heard mixed with Colleen Ballinger.
Oh no. I'm gonna hit play. Or the woke mob gets me. Fucking Christ.
The person I had wronged. Why would that person reach out to you?
No, I'm saying when Chris told the stories originally to Will, why wasn't there any accountability within the space to be like, oh shit, my editor is telling these gross stories about women. Like, that's unacceptable. You know, like, it's not like it's a whole...
What have you said? Lio, are you still in my live stream chat? Am I meant to play this? What you sent me? Otherwise I can't really listen to this otherwise.
Leak time.
I'll wait and see if he's still in the chat for him to reply. Everything's bricking on my end, so I can't even properly type to him.
I'll message him being like, hey!
It's like a whole ecosystem. It's not just buds being buds. Like, he was doing that as a way to show off in a work setting.
Yeah,
so I guess that's my general...
You're expecting true professional workplace etiquette and rules from people who do not...
Yes? Okay. Right, let me make sure this isn't at 2x speed. Hold on. Oh, lovely voice crack. There we go. Alright, this should play, I think. Let me see.
Hey, real quick, need to let you guys know something about what you're covering right now. Just whatever you do, don't cross the rickety bridge. You'll get lost!
Okay. Thank you, Lio. Christ. Oh god, what's...
Yeah?
Thank you, Lio. Okay, I won't cross the rickety bridge. Wait, was... Glitchy. Oh my god. Glitchy. Oh my god. I'm opening this, I'm showing this. You're all messed up. You're all messed up. You're all evil. You're all evil. You're all messed up.
Why are they all evil and messed up?
Do you not see the stream?
Oh, that.
Jesus Christ.
I don't see. I can't tell like what's like more whited out, like Wii Fit Trainer or KP.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, she hurt my friend. Yeah, that's fair.
Someone like when I showed the picture of KP on stream, someone said you gotta find the 9 pages.
Find my 8 Google Doc, please. Find my 8 essay allegations. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, that's which is part of the problem, I guess. But that like I said, I'm running out of energy. But
Whoa.
Well, let me. I'll put it to you this way then. By your standards, now anytime you have a job, by your standards, you have to talk to them about what you did online, accusing somebody of rape. Do you realize that?
Ooh.
I don't think
I
so.
guess not really.
Because I'll just be honest here. Yeah.
Dude, that's so fucked. What do you mean, no? That's exactly what you're expecting of Chris. What the fuck?
It's over.
The West has fallen.
KP,
Oh,
no!
God. What do you mean DMs? Oh my god, my everything is breaking. I'll look just for you, Herx. Christ. Oh, sweet.
That's why they keep sending you DMs, just to fuck up your stream.
Oh, so true.
They're all ops.
They're all ops. Oh my god, you're all fucked up. Okay, this is the last... Do you realize? Do you realize? This is the last one I'll show of this, because fucking Christ. Oh my god, I need to drag this up. This is the last one.
No!
Hex is fucked up!
Don't do him like that!
Hex,
Don't do my mans like that!
Hex has fucked up.
No! Okay.
Do you
Okay,
realize?
bro.
Do you realize?
Yeah? Dude. Dude. What the fuck? Oh my god, I just got an evil idea for comparison.
Oh my
What
god.
Chris did was gross, and frankly, probably needed to get kicked for it in the teeth a few times, even before he apologized to you, or rather, before he apologized to you. But like, I personally think that accusing somebody of sexual assault, of rape to hundreds of thousands of people, that's a little worse in the grand scheme of things.
Uh-oh.
And look, I get it. All right.
There we go.
I'm going to be just real vulnerable with you for just a moment, all right? The man who assaulted me like that died before you were born and faced no accountability in this life for it. So trust me, I get it, that it hurts. That nobody has that anger in your stead, that nobody picked that up for you and said, this is wrong, and I'm going to address it. I get that that hurts. I do. But you can't keep pursuing it. It's going to destroy you if it hasn't already. Like,
No, I'm just thinking.
I know you are, but like, how do I put this? You are Jewish, yes?
Oh,
Obviously.
okay.
How connected are you to your faith?
Oh yeah, I'm not religious, so if you're gonna spout
Okay.
some Jewish stuff at me, I'm gonna.
Wait,
nice
what?
try.
Wait.
Well, it's not even.
Nice try!
Nice try.
Whoa!
Nice
Oh, look at
try.
DMs. That deserves
Oh.
the DM, bro.
Okay.
That deserves you looking at DMs.
Nice try, buddy. Nice try. Okay, give me an hour for this to fucking load. Oh god. Please, my stream, please don't break. It's actually just not letting me into your DMs.
Thank God.
Okay. This is what Ace has sent me. Entirely unrelated to what we're talking about.
I just had a fixation recently, you know?
Yeah. So I also like the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I think Clone Wars is really fucking cool, dude.
Do you realize? Do you realize?
I couldn't even tell it apart for a second. I thought we were still I'm kidding.
This is fucked up.
So much about the religious aspect of it. It's like one of your king.
Wait, again, you've entirely sidetracked my point. Wasn't it a thing that like KP used the defense that they had Jewish heritage to like why they were making jokes and it was their way of coping in like their in their original video? So I don't know what they're referring to now. Again, I'm iron educated. Am I gonna get hit by something that like I'm not understanding with this? I feel like I am.
I haven't personally seen her do it. It's possible, but honestly, I'm just finding out now that she's Jewish.
I need an expert.
I think it's really telling though
Yeah.
with the nice try thing. I think it's
Yeah.
really, really telling.
I mean, have you seen the thing where like where Lio was bringing up like the whole thing about like how she like false accused Saber, and her immediate response was to have you spoken to say that was, oh, have you spoken to Saber? It's like,
Yeah.
dude, the fuck is wrong with you? Yes, who
Oh, exactly.
who Jewish coping mechanisms? I need an expert. Where's Leia something?
Oy vey.
Yeah.
Notices that sometimes the wicked appear successful, but that it doesn't matter in the long run.
Sorry.
It's just,
I like Leia, but
and on top of that, if you're not religious, you
Sorry.
probably shouldn't have made memes about Moses. Just saying.
Well,
I mean, okay. Lio, buddy. I'm sorry, but like, have you watched Beyblade? They have a part where they part the Red Sea with a Beyblade. I don't know if that's really the point. I understand, like, yeah, it was a bit crass to use those kind of jokes in a video talking about fucking rape, right? They shouldn't have had any jokes in the video at all. But I don't know. I don't know. People have been doing this for a while, making jokes about religion. Uh-oh.
Dude, actually,
There we go.
I do gotta say though, how is she gonna say like, you know, people need to take this stuff seriously, and
Yeah.
then just add like media memes, bro? Like
Yeah.
like
Apparently, like,
you know, I
AI
think, like,
ones as well.
dude, I think like I thought the concept was so fucking funny when I first watched it.
Yeah.
Because like I was just thinking about like imagine like, you know, if we did that in commentary where it's like we're platforming like just purely a grooming testimony. It's like little Jimmy got touched by Anthony, and it's just like a CS:GO MLG.
Oh no, I was more
Damn,
thinking.
son, where'd you find this?
There's a different. I don't know. There's a difference between you putting him in a story and making yourself Moses and fully screwing up story. Okay, I get that. Again, I'm not like a religious person, but I can understand taking offense to it. Fuck, I entirely lost my train of thought. No, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
but,
like,
like-
imagine we did like a commentary video, and then we say something about a serious allegation, and we add like a Seinfeld laughing track to the background, or like a
Dude,
boo,
just-
like a oh.
just like the what was that? What was that guy's? I can't remember. His
It
name,
reminds
but
me
just
like
the-
it reminds me of like the Firefly Funhouse match that Bray Wyatt had against John Cena, where they would just consistently have like the laughing and the booing track. It was amazing. Christ. Oh god, we're gonna finish this.
we will.
that's not an ethical. That's a basically how Jewish culture works is that regardless you're still Jewish, but you're either practicing or not. So that was the basis for that. So like, you know, I'm there's like
Yeah.
what is it?
What's my excuse again? Sorry, I forgot.
I'm too tired to explain it, but like there's it's a religion and then like a culture too. So that's kind of where my vantage point essentially. But
I don't know, dude. I mean, if you take this long to answer about your own fucking heritage, I don't know, that's such a weird thing. I don't know. It feels like a nitpick for me. I know, yeah, she's nervous about the Lion Man, but like that should be such a straightforward answer. But again, I could be reading too deeply into that again.
I
don't
mean,
know.
there's a chance that she could be cherry picking it when it's convenient for her.
Oh no,
but
she's been doing that with other things, so it wouldn't surprise me.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's very I could be overanalyzing it, but that nice
Yeah.
try was like way too smug.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Yeah.
she's even that, right? Like, again, it makes me sound schizo, like talking about it, right? But like even every single time Lio brings up a pretty fair point, she always just goes like this into the microphone. She's like, like she wants to say something, but she knows she's cooked if she speaks.
She won't speak against the lion.
The Lion doesn't concern himself with the Jewish defense.
no, I
Dude.
yeah, I guess I mean I gotta like think about everything. Obviously, I'm just kind of overwhelmed with information. But thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it.
And she'll turn around and be like,
I
Lio
am
coerced
not.
me to say things.
And then after this call, she would then proceed to DMCA strike a bunch of different channels. Anyway, moving
And
on.
another, I have to address one more thing.
Ooh.
A couple things, actually. Going on about sex crimes concerning Chris in your Q&A
Ooh.
should never have been touched. Because if it was a sex crime, you should have gone to the police immediately. And secondly, saying I've cut public ties with Courtney is literally saying nothing. What it's trying to... I'm just going to say, you tried to deceive your audience. That you're just cutting public ties with her. What that says is, well, I'm not going to be seen in public with her, but everybody knows you're still talking to her behind the scenes. What good does that do? What's the point there? You can't do that to people. You can't have two faces. It doesn't work.
Oh yeah, her reasoning for that was also so bullshit. Like, the one thing that she like says that she cuts Courtney off of, like I said, I don't even like Courtney, but like the one reason she goes with is because she said that she didn't like apologize for like the comments about the CSA thing, when literally in her response she does take accountability and apologize for that. So it's like the one thing she cuts her off for is actually something Courtney does. And takes accountability for. There are so many other things.
There's so many things about Courtney you can criticize. It's like, but apparently she didn't know about it until Lio brought it up to her. Like, it's so insane. Like, how do you not keep tabs in that regard? But again, like, one thing that I kind of got annoyed by in this call is that, like, earlier on, Lio does kind of like try and press her on like how much is like Courtney helping you, and she doesn't really answer that. But again, she probably was never going to answer that. She clearly doesn't want to answer these questions. Given her silence.
The toughie.
Yeah, exactly. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, there it is. There we go. Continue.
If you remain friends with Courtney, I'm not going to sit here and fuss at you about it. It's ultimately your choice. There's stuff coming out about Courtney that I will just tell you right now, I highly recommend you not do so. But it's your choice. But I will say this. This entire time, I have been your friend. I have not thrown you under a bus. I have not given people license to go public with anything you have given me. I've not done any of that. What happens from this point on?
No, she did answer. Not much. Yeah, so she's involved. It's like, dude, okay. So, okay,
and
same
I
point.
hate to put it this way, but I have to. Whether we remain friends is going to be completely dependent on how you operate from this moment on. Because if you continue double down, I can't. Because the entire reason I kicked FNGR to the curb was because he made false claims about somebody, Rachel.
No, I don't know that history. I guess it's like
you do though.
I still have to wrap my head.
You do, because that's the entire reason you came to
I
the
know
Senate.
FNGR got.
Yeah,
I know he got yelled at, but I didn't. I don't remember. Anyway,
you were in the stream where we talked about it, Rachel. You were in the stream where we talked about it.
That's
but I was like half paying attention.
Art amnesia.
But I was half paying attention. It's always an excuse, isn't it? It's like this is such like a non like thing to be defensive over. By the way, like you could just say you forgot, or like I mean they are clearly saying it right, but like it's just such a weird thing to get so defensive over. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's the way that fucking corny. It's the way that KP says stuff though. It always makes it sound like they're trying to shift the blame onto someone else. Every single time, just the way they talk. Every single time.
That could be a learned behavior.
What?
Yeah.
Was it like a pillow or something?
Yeah.
Yes, he accused somebody of having sexualized images of their child when it was just his child passed out on a weird body pillow, and he took a picture of it because he thought, ha, that's funny, and my kid's a little weeb. And he tried to claim that he was sexualizing his kid.
Okay.
Either way, it's an incorrect, false claim, and I cut Anthony for it. I've cut Coyote for it, too.
No, I mean, I guess I just have to, I need to wrap my head around, like, the idea of supporting someone but platforming them is two different things. I think that's where my disconnect is.
What? What? Ace, yeah, we're pretty good friends, right?
Hi.
We talk about stuff behind the scenes, right? That we don't make like public because it's like personal shit, right? Like that doesn't need to be made public, right? There's a disconnect
Yeah.
there. How is that like not like a known thing? Like what are you on about? Like KP's always, because clearly KP does know the difference about like talking about stuff publicly and keeping it behind the scenes. Because she got pissy about like personal stuff being brought up online. Like, are you serious? She definitely does know. I can't tell sometimes if she's playing dumb or she's just a fucking moron.
Yeah, I think she's just trying to save her skin.
Exactly.
That's just
Well,
not
just
believable.
Her skin walking skin.
Dude.
KP,
And like, I know you're probably right, but like, I just need to process that a little bit more.
Okay, I'll put it to you this way.
She's had 4 months to process this.
Go ahead.
Riddle taking you in was, how do I put this? Supporting you. But he didn't go out and make it public at all of his platforms. He didn't sit there and yell to the heavens that he's living with you. That's the difference. Privacy versus public. There are people in my circles that have had awful things happen to them, and I'm there for them. And I tell them I am sorry that happened, and I do believe you. But you're not going to see me put it on my channel. That's how you support somebody without going out and making a show of it. Especially something that damaging. I'm just going to say, you have to treat rape accusations like a loaded gun. Do not aim it at anybody unless you're willing to destroy them. And you have to be dead certain about it. Because otherwise, sucker's going to Looney Tune on you and shoot you instead. And that's what's happened to you here.
No, I don't plan on doing anything like this.
I hope not, but
yeah.
more
That's not the
importantly, I
point.
hope you just realize that you need to just be honest and apologize for this crap. You're going to have to swallow your pride on it.
That right there, I think that just sort of proves that she just thinks she can walk past this and just pretend it didn't happen. She's like, oh, I won't do it again. So that's not saying sorry at all. That's not taking accountability. That's just saying, like, oh, I'm going to push this under a rug and then move on with my life. So you don't get to make that decision. Saberspark is now a victim in this situation.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, I think you've brought this up before as the example that you use a lot. When the situation with Quite became the victim in that situation because of the false allegations pushed against them. Like, he had to deal with the fallback of that. I mean, I get how, like, we just look at Saber, right? He lost X number of subscribers. People were, like, calling his, like, fiancé or, like, to basically saying he's a rapist and harassing him that way. And yet, is so focused on herself. Like, I can understand, right, that she's been affected. People are like sending her death threats or harassing her. Like, okay, I can get that to an extent, but also you got to understand the other side of the pond with this, and what she has done. Like, it doesn't work one way. It works both ways here. God.
No, exactly. I agree.
You're going to have to. Because if you don't, it's going to get worse for you. Because I'm telling you right now, due to how you responded, and this is because I've been in these spaces, I know how they work. If you think the Riddle DMs are where that ends, it is not. They're going to dig into everything they can find about you. They are going to mock you and deride you for anything they can get their hands on. It will not stop with the Riddle DMs being leaked. And that is just the truth of the matter here. That is a warning I can give you. So you need to decide real quick, on your own, what choices you are going to make and what you are going to do. And you're going to have to... You have to reassess at this point your entire life, Rachel.
Do you
if
realize...
even a third of what I'm hearing is accurate. You got to reassess everything. And hope that if you apologize and you walk everything back, with the exception... You want to keep saying that you think DA Games is screwed up, fine. Whatever, right? Just don't be belligerent about it and make it a joke. But you have to walk back the Saberspark stuff if you're going to survive. Period. If your platform at all survives, you might just have to, at this point, realize I just need to get a traditional job and move on with my life in that direction. And hope that an employer doesn't look at your online activity. And I hate that I have to tell you that. But if I'm not honest with you, I'm not your friend.
Right. No, I get it. I think that's enough for now. Not that you were yelling at me, but I just need to process a little bit.
I get that, and I'll let you go. But one final thing: you've got to stop relying on the weed to get you through stressful things.
Okay.
It's over.
I have a feeling you were high Monday night, weren't you?
Okay, but you would never talk like to Ponder like that, bro. Come on.
I don't think so.
Well, that entire sentence you typed to me did not sound at all like the type of statement somebody who wasn't was, but I'll take your word for it. Either way, I'll go ahead and let you go. Process it, and
I think that's a problem in of itself if you don't know if you were high or not. If you can't remember if you were high when that was happening, I think that's a problem in of itself. But that's just me. God.
Yeah.
genuinely hope you make the right decision on this for your sake, if for nothing else.
Yeah, I appreciate the advice.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Actually, I would. Well, I'm assuming that's referring to what Ace said.
Cap. But anyways.
If she was still getting high all the time, I absolutely would.
I believe you.
Yeah, buddy?
Wholeheartedly.
Good night.
Okay, bye.
I was hoping that this direct but kind call.
I thought I got kicked for a second.
Oh, you left. Ran.
I thought I got mugged.
Like this and supporting them privately.
Oh God, get out of here!
However, it became clear that the council was once again being ignored when we get back into the DMs the very next day. Good morning. Something I forgot to ask you last night. Are you privacy striking people's videos?
I did. I'm stopped though.
Yeah, that wasn't a good move.
I'm stopped. I ran out of videos to strike. I'm sorry. Fuck off, you bitch.
Me
I recommend
accidentally
apologizing
did it.
for that. Also, I'm going to ask again, and please be aware that I'm not angry, but how much was Courtney involved with your responses? Because someone else has already revealed that she was deeply involved with them to another person. If you lied about that last night, whether it be out of fear or to protect her, I'm going to ask right now that you be honest with me on the level of her involvement.
What do you mean? Like, comment-wise?
Comment, helping with the scripting, guiding you, all of it.
She's been helping me on a friend level. She hasn't
So she has been helping you. Okay, thank you.
been manipulating me or anything. Like, support.
Well, like how she manipulated the victim statement? You know?
Okay. You know, I don't... she hasn't been manipulating me or anything. Dude, if she was manipulating you and it was successful, you wouldn't know.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of manipulating. What the fuck? What
She
kind of
hasn't-
reassurance
Yeah,
is that?
just like me, KP, someone who's been manipulated in regards to the Emu Emmy and in stuff like that in regards to the beginning of the situation to an extent, who clearly doesn't know when they're being manipulated, can currently say that they're not being manipulated. Fuck off.
It's awful.
Awful stuff, dude.
KP, with all due respect, you genuinely have a hard time telling when you're being
Okay, here we go.
manipulated. Has she been helping you
Oh,
with what to
boy.
say in your responses?
She's been giving me feedback on my speaking because of how nervous I am. Look, I have something I had written up after thinking last night. Let me send that.
Okay.
Hey, I've been thinking a lot about our conversation last night. There were some things I didn't bring up. Partly because I didn't have the energy, and partly because the focus was more on you and how you were feeling.
Fuck off. How you feel? Oh, dude. Like, I'm sorry. This is giving the energy of I'm sorry you feel that way. Like, fuck off. They weren't listening to anything Lio was saying during that call. It was went through one ear and out the other, and they could be like, huh? Also, this was a scheduled call. How do you not have the energy?
You know, sometimes I also just say
Just so
that
you
just
know
to
where
rage
I'm
bait
at.
people.
Yeah.
I
Just
haven't
say, "I'm
decided
sorry you feel
to
that
do
way."
anything one way or another. I just need to chill and take some space for now. But I also
You've been
think
doing that for 4 months. 4 months you've been doing that.
become a little normalized to some of the behavior happening
Healing
around all
takes
of this,
time.
and that it's making it hard for you to see how damaging it actually is.
Oh, fuck
For
off.
example, with the riddle leaks. Yes, he was venting, but he was also giving my medical information to someone he knew was untrustworthy.
How would he know that they were untrustworthy? Like, if Riddle was messaging this person with not and surprised by the fact the messages were leaked, clearly Riddle didn't know that they weren't trustworthy. Like, what are you on about? That doesn't make any sense. That implies like maliciousness on Riddle's part, even here.
And had been doing for a long time. That's okay, that sentence does make sense. And had been doing so for a long time. This wasn't a one-off mistake or a moment of frustration. It was deliberate. And if this happened in December, I wasn't even living with him anymore. So
How was it deliberate? It's venting. Yeah, sure. Again, this doesn't make any sense.
yeah, there was definitely some malicious intent there.
No,
You're
it wasn't.
giving him a huge benefit of the doubt without looking at what he did objectively, and that really concerns me.
Oh, she's such a bitch. I'm sorry. Like, there's like no like actual commentary here. She's just a fucking bitch. Fuck this person. Genuinely. What a fucking evil, conniving little fucking bitch. Fuck you, KP.
Dude.
As for the Beckett situation, I know you might not believe this, but I trust her. She and I talk almost every day, and she has absolutely no reason to lie to me. She got
You also talk to Courtney on a regular basis. She has no reason to lie to you? Yeah?
off her call with Beckett and immediately told me what had happened. Based on that, I think there's a lot more going on here than you're giving credit for. Beckett's been breaking social boundaries and engaging in behavior that borders on sexual harassment.
Yeah?
Cool stuff.
Beckett is a known sexual harasser. This is very true. Don't fact check me.
I think he's been
No,
far
dude,
more
like, you should see
manipulative.
his DMs with me, dude.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually fucking horrid.
You gonna
I'm
talk
like,
about your
fucking hell.
experience with Beckett?
One day, I'm just not ready yet.
Yeah. I'm not in a good.
Yeah.
I'm not in a safe place.
Yeah, I'm not really. Even though this was scheduled, I just kind of feel like I just need more time.
Yeah. We'll just talk about this in text instead.
Yeah.
Christ.
Than you're realizing. I assume that's what you mean by a friend of a friend? Regarding the privacy strikes, this isn't about censoring criticism, but protecting my personal information and privacy at this point. Privacy is also in question when people are discussing private relationships with friends. I've reached my limit. Also, just so you are aware, I've been really overwhelmed, according to her, so she's laying low right now. But maybe down the line I can help set up a conversation between you two, because I think hearing her directly
Wait a
will give
minute.
you a better picture of what's been
Actually, yeah,
What?
that's actually really sneaky. Is she saying like private relationships with friends? Did she only just say that she's not publicly associated with Courtney, just so that she could say she's privately associated with Courtney, and then be like,
Yeah.
you can't link that I'm privately associated with a friend? Strike.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
That-
so
That's actually within her fucking field of play. I wouldn't be surprised.
did she just weaponize Courtney?
I'm not talking about her publicly. As such, it's private information, and if you leak that, you're out.
It's so, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Uh-oh.
happening.
There we go.
So, yeah, I still need space. I'm not angry, but I'm hurt. This isn't just about optics or videos. It's about trust, boundaries, and the fact that decisions were made about me instead of with me. I value our friendship and I don't want to lose it, but right now, I need some distance until things feel safe again. I'll keep your opinions about what to do in mind, and I think I'll spend more time listening to what the frustrations are before I make any decisions. I appreciate
Listen to what the frustrations are. You've been hearing about it for 4 months. How many times have I got to say this? How many times have I got to say this? It's like, it's clear that she just wants this all to die down and then won't address it in the slightest. That's what I'm getting from this. She's like, oh yeah, give me some time when I feel safe, where everyone's not talking about me, and then Jar's released another call, so no one actually, like, pays attention to me, you know? That's what this feels like.
you bringing this stuff to me, but based on what I brought up here, I do think your perception is a little skewed. Going forward, I prefer to stick to text instead of calls. I process things better that way and can articulate myself more clearly in writing. Given your grammar, honey, I don't think you do. Oh, and I know you're concerned about my health in this, but yesterday was actually a pretty decent day, and I've naturally not been using as much weed in the last 1 to 2 weeks or so. This whole time,
Oh,
I've
just
been
the 2
working on
weeks? Okay, buddy.
something unrelated to
He's
YouTube
winning.
that I'm just about to finish, so I'm trying to find some productivity in all this and deal with it in a healthy way. I'm going to throw myself in that for a bit while I process things a bit more and talk to my therapist about all of this.
All right, so a couple things. Riddle's DMs were not dated from December. It was like June or July. So it wasn't during that time period. So I don't know where you're getting December from, to be clear, because I have seen those DMs. Privacy strikes do not protect your privacy at all. It doesn't even make anything come off the video. And on top of that, once it's out, you can't put the cat back in the bag. Now I'm going to get real blunt here for you. And I know you prefer text. Right now I'm sending a voice message because I can't send text. Is the one who told Beckett that Courtney has their hand in everything here and that they are the main force pushing you and that their involvement in this is heavy. So if you trust, you can, but I'm telling you right now, you may want to reconsider that.
Huh?
As far as your other concerns, I hate to tell you this, but I'm being a little bit more objective than you are. You're putting all the onus on your feelings, which I can understand to a point, instead of the impact of your actions. If you need to take a break before you need to figure out what to do, that's fine. That makes sense. Just be aware that you can't center these things on how you feel. You have to center them on what is and what you've done to other people, essentially. Now, as far as Beckett's behavior, I don't know what you're referring to on the sexual harassment direction. If you do feel like he is sexually harassing you, I would encourage you to file a police report. Because if it's sexual harassment, it's against the law. So
Lio Convoy incites someone to fill a police report against Cope and Sieve. No, I'm joking. But like, genuinely, what the fuck is she on about in regards to sexual harassment? That's such a heavy thing to claim. Like rape accusations, it's just her MO at this point. She just can't help herself. It just you know, rolls right off the tongue. You know, rolls right off the toilet and into the underwear. Anyway,
feel free to do that.
Okay.
It was genuinely an accident. It's also why he removed it.
wow.
So, let me know what you decide once you take your break, once you figure out what you're going to do, and we'll go from there.
Hey Lio, I listened to what you said and I appreciate that you're trying to keep perspective, but I need to clarify a few things. I understand that objectivity matters, but framing what I've been through as feelings instead of a larger pattern of what's happened misses some important context. I've owned my role in how things unfolded, but that doesn't mean other people's actions haven't crossed serious lines. You seem to be minimizing that, whether you mean to or not. When someone leaks private conversations, discusses my medical information, or publicly harasses me, that's not just gossip or impact. It's a violation of privacy and boundaries. I need you to recognize that this isn't just about emotion or perception. There are real consequences. I also need to be honest that your decision to involve Beckett without clearer communication left me feeling unprotected. I wish that had been discussed more transparently. I understand your point about the legal side, but I also need to clarify something important. From my understanding, in streams, Beckett repeatedly speculates about my sex life and calls me things like whore or spinster publicly. That is sexual harassment. Whether or not this is a prosecutable crime doesn't change the fact that it's a violation of dignity and safety. Framing it as something I can just file a police report over minimizes what's actually happening here. This isn't a misunderstanding, it's targeted harassment. I'm not asking you to take sides, but I do want space to process this in my own time. And
Your sex life also? From my understanding, the only thing I can think of that could be referring to is like her dating history, or like how she's like, what was it, like the almost relationship between her and Saber, I believe.
Dude, everyone wants her, bro.
Yeah, no, everyone wants her clearly. But no, that's the only thing I can think of in reference to Beckett streams. Like, actually, I wonder. Oh, he's probably asleep.
Hopefully.
Let me quickly check.
I'm gonna go to Beckett's DMs and ask if he sexually harasses women. I gotta get to the bottom of this.
Alright, I'll send him a message. If he's not awake, then that's fine. I'll ask him later. But again, I don't understand what the fuck she could be referring to here in terms of what Beckett has said on live. Like, I know Beckett has like insulted her, you know, as he does, right? But nothing that would class as like sexual harassment.
I have my
Yikes.
boundaries respected in that process. I'll keep your feedback in mind, but please understand that objectivity can't come at the expense of empathy or safety. Made a statement basically saying I needed more time with things on my community tab, just so you are aware. But I think this is a good stopping place for now. I just spoke to just now, and she denied stating anything about Courtney's involvement. Though she did say Beckett asked about it, she gave a no comment and reminded me that she indeed was asked about that the other night. She implied to even people thinking about that is stretching things a bit. Though I will state I trust her 1000% and believe everything she says. So take that as you will. She is also not a public figure, so she has absolutely nothing to gain by lying. She's afraid of being again. That's the last I'll say today.
She sent me a final message while I was at work and unfriended me. I'm only going to have the tail end of that read out, as it's the most important part.
P.S. I would warn your little friends that I have sent, as in already pending, DMCA takedowns for anything, both videos and streams, using private or leaked information. Commentary is within their right, but anything more is a violation of my privacy, boundaries, and threatens my safety. I think we both know that going to the police when someone is sexually harassing you on the internet is a moot point. You have my consent to warn others. PSS. I have not outed Barbie's.
But nothing about the Q&A was private information.
Dude.
Like, that's just like an actual...
did not drop it.
That was like a false... That's an absolute false strike. I mean, the rest are, right? Because it's just insane abuse of the copyright system. But the Q&A especially, from like KP's like own wording of like why she's striking stuff down, there was nothing personal that wasn't already made public by KP. Let's think. Also, like, most of it was ChatGPT, so it's not even her content, so she has no copyright over it. Hidden was reading out most of it. And everything else in regards to Chris was already public. So, the entirely just a false strike by her own definition.
Yeah, she's cooked.
Christ.
Maggie as the leaker of the earlier V2 script out of pure kindness, but I am getting increasingly aggravated by who Beckett has been sending to prod for info, seemingly without your full knowledge. I might disclose this in the future while keeping her information private based on escalating concerns, privacy, and clarity. Now that I have documentation she was lying about her associations with Beckett this whole time, you have my permission to warn the potential affected parties.
So now she's going around copyright striking people critical of her. Something
Lovely.
she, honestly, doesn't have the legal right to do. I've said this on Twitter, but if she was just striking
Wait, so
raw
who's Beckett
re-uploads of her
sending,
original
dude?
video, I'd defend.
Dude, I swear to God, if we get roped into this because we fucked around in Courtney's server.
Yeah!
Yeah! It'll be so awesome. It will be so cool.
Be so cool.
Dude. So fucking funny, dude.
Awesome stuff happening.
God.
That it's within her legal right, and I've done that to people who have done it with my content as well. The problem is she's not doing that. This is malicious, and other things that have been shared with me behind the scenes also calls into question whether or not any of this was about children's safety as well. Like accusing aficionado Chris of a sex crime by rewriting history after she previously and repeatedly acknowledged that the story he made was made up and a joke. At most, it could be considered sexual harassment there. Putting the focus on Chris again proves to everyone that this was never about children being hurt. You can't do that. This is an absolute dumpster fire, but one she lit herself. At this point, there's no way her channel can recover from this, but it's the path she chose.
One more video.
That brings me to this Twitter screen cap.
Oh my
that she
God.
posted in the video. Firstly, if you see the biblical story of the Exodus as exposing something, then you're probably too social media brained. It wasn't exposing. It was judgment against the tyranny of Pharaoh and against the Egyptian gods.
Yeah.
A judgment carried out by the Hebrew god Yahweh. The interesting thing here is that in this, KP is dressed up as Moses. The weird thing is, the entire scenario does have some biblical parallels. It's just that KP isn't Moses. She's Pharaoh. She was visited multiple times by people telling her to do the right thing, and every time she didn't, disaster struck. At this point, we're at the final plague. We're the closest thing to a firstborn son to her currently. Her YouTube channel and desired career in animation has now died. Don't blame Moses, nor
No,
the
he won't stop.
Honestly,
You guys keep
you can only
complaining
blame
about
herself.
it.
I don't know what's going to happen from this point on. I tried to be KP's friend and I tried to stop her, but it's clear she's just going to continue on this destructive path. Whether from pride or sunk cost fallacy, who knows? But I refuse to stay quiet about this any further and just hope she wakes up. So hopefully this is the wake-up call she needs. It's possible KP may strike this video as well due to the screen caps, regardless of the fact that she doesn't have a copyright on them. If she does, I'll be real, it's not going to end well for her.
Yeah?
Already pissed off enough, KP. You need to release every single false strike you put out today. I'm
The
tired.
lion.
I'm tired of dealing with adults in general that act like idiots, but it's even worse when it's a friend. And worser still that it's something this destructive. But she made her bed, and she's got to lay in it. Gonna sign off for now. Take care.
Awesome stuff by the lion, man. Absolutely amazing.
What the fuck?
Holy fuck. It'll be interesting to see if she strikes it. I wouldn't put it past her, genuinely. But also, we have got art. Advocate has made this absolutely amazing drawing. I love this so much. I love the
That's
blue.
evil.
I love when people do little alternate outfits for me. It's amazing. This is awesome. Absolutely amazing work, Advocate. I love this. This is awesome stuff, dude. Got my little flat in the cup, you know. He's just chilling. Help! Help me! It's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff, guys. But, oh my god. This has been an absolutely deranged stream. KP is absolutely insane. They can't stop. They just need to do one more video, and I think they've got this in the bag. But,
Yeah.
I think without further ado, I think that is going to be the end of our stream tonight. I want to thank everyone who has turned up, everyone who has been showing support. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again, A-Space, for the absolutely insane donor. Crazy work. Crazy
Oops.
work. And I'm going to see who is live. Actually, I know who is live.
Malcolm.
No, shut the fuck up. And I am going to be sending you to watch more KP. You can't escape. You cannot escape. It is no escape. Absolutely no escape. So thank you all for showing up, and take care, and good night.
So about the cute.